414 Stand Up, Northside Stand Up, Foundational Black America Stand Up. It is the Wednesday edition of the show, the Hump Day edition, Outlaw Radio, Culture Shock. The Hump Day edition, like I said, it is Wednesday. Shout out to everybody who's with us on Monday. Beautiful, beautiful show. Shout out to Ajamu Butler and Prolific Firearms. And shout out to Rail. I seen Rail who's on the show with us. Rail, I just happened to be out at our spot, just running some RC shit, and Rail's driving by and he hit the U-turn and come back. And I want to say prayers to him. He suffered some losses in the flood. You know what I'm saying? So for everybody's like, oh, what Kev do? What Kev do to Rail? Right? It's all good. He's just been dealing with some stuff. So he said that he wanted to come back when he got all of his situations correct. So shout out to Rail, man. Shout out to y'all. What can I say? 262-202-5131 is the number. And the chat room's always popping. Share the show. Ghetto Witch Doctor in the building. What's going on with you, man? How you does tonight?
Hey, man, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. How y'all feeling?
We are well. Moving into this autumn, right? Moving into autumn. I always tell people this is my favorite season. Yeah, summer's cool, and summer's the bomb in Milwaukee, but to me, fall has always been my favorite, aka autumn. Once again, Mondays and Wednesdays we are on 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time until whenever we choose to cut the machine off. So if you want to watch the show, that's how you catch up with us. I see my chat room's already shaking. Brother Ajamu's in there, Mr. Hill the Hood himself. He said, what it do, my Outlaw brothers? All love, fam, all love, man. Let me give you one of them. All right, Dion, one of the Outlaws. Let me give him one of them before he feel bad. Said I'm here. So am I. ENC Jordan in the chat room. He said, let's go. Look, if this, I've had problems with Facebook lately. So if it crashes, I'll bring it back. You just have to, if it crashes, you just have to be like, oh, I gotta catch up to see what's going on with the show. Cause I don't know. Facebook is, had an issue with me. It looks like they're letting me share the show. Okay. So we might be okay for tonight. I've had some calamities, if you will. Mr. Carter, it's been a minute since I spoke to you. What's been going on, man? It's been like last Wednesday. So
hey, man, life been lifing. You know what I'm talking about? My cousin Blade been back in town this weekend. He just got married. So Sunday and Monday, you know what I mean, it was full of different stuff, kicking it with him, man, doing stuff with him before he left town again. But, you know what I mean, that was a highlight, man. We hung out good, kicked it a little bit, I had a couple shots even, you know what I'm saying, for the occasion. We had a good time out there, man. The fellas came out. A lot of the OG fellas came out there. You know what I mean? It was dope.
That's what's up. Congratulations to the big homie. Welcome to misery. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You have officially signed your life over, right? We'll talk about it. ENC Jordan says crazy day in the news. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Dre Day, what it do, homie? He said Outlaws. I'm loving it. Everybody's checking in the chat room. Y'all please share the show. Aaron Brown said, what it do? What it do, A Blast? What it do, man? Dion said he's about to go to the YouTube. That's what's popping. Look here, man. Like my brother alluded to, this was a crazy day because we saw the assassination of I would label him as a political pundit. I don't know that he at this point he wasn't an elected official. What's his name? Charlie Kirk. Now, see, Kamar, this is one of those things where, like, when I know you're not, so if you got a platform and I know I don't want to hear what you're talking about, or if I know we're just not on that same page, I just don't listen to it. Right? So I'm not even familiar with some of the stuff he said outside of the comment that he made about murder being a necessary evil to having freedom, to having rights, and to be able to own a firearm. So some gun deaths have to happen, is what he said in his own words. he was in Utah, and someone, I guess the suspect is still at large right now. They had apprehended one individual. I guess that was the wrong person. So he popped in the neck. I mean, everything's AI right now, Kamar, and I'm always questioning what I see. So when I see this, if I said, man, that ain't real, and come to find out it was very real. I guess he was transported to the hospital from the scene, and he perished at the hospital. Now, once again, my people are very expressive. The name of the show is called Culture Shock. I'm going to talk about what that actually means to me. And then you all will have a chance to, let me know how it feels to you. No Diddy, but I'm saying people were happy. People were saying he was racist. Fuck that MAGA. I seen memes of just all this kind of stuff. And my thing is that, are we at the point where we are just really that callous? Like, it don't even matter. Somebody dies, you just disrespect them. It's like the youngsters with the drill music, and they go piss on the op's grave, and we smoking Tuka and all that kind of stuff. Maybe he was racist. I mean, I'm thinking it's guaranteed that he was racist, but he was murdered. So my thing is, I don't really want to see nobody die, but some of our people say, fuck them, Kev. I'm glad he died. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, man. I just really got whiff of it today. You know what I mean? Not even too much longer ago than before this, too much long before the show started. I was scrolling through Facebook. Okay. And I saw somebody talking about it a little bit. So I still don't even have too much information. You just told me more than I knew.
That's it. That's the story. Listen, I mean, unless you want to know specifically where he was.
Well, I'm gonna say this. It ain't good to glorify nobody's death.
Okay. There we go.
In no kind of way. Your intent is everything. You know what I mean? You know, the universe understands intent as far as karma. The intent you put out is what you get back. The energy you put out is the energy you get back. So if I'm speaking on this in a weird way, you know what I mean? That weird energy could come back my way somehow. So like I don't talk about like something should have happened to somebody or it's supposed to happen. I don't care what kind of person they is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to push that energy back my way. Right. Around nobody I love or nothing like that.
Karma's
you know
what I
mean? So like whatever he did, I mean, really it was on him, man. And it really ain't on me to say what was right or what was wrong as far as what happened, what was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Vengeance and karma. They say we don't own that. That ain't ours. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he had coming to him, he must have had coming. He made a decision somewhere that made that happen.
I don't think he made the decision.
Well, I'm just saying it's somewhere he made a decision to make to where that would happen. Like maybe it was some of the comments he made that may have rubbed some people wrong. You know how we say, you can say what you want to say, but you know what I mean? You don't know how they're going to take it.
I think God made the decision.
Well, God had to put it in somebody's head.
Well, what I'm saying is everybody has a time.
Right.
Sometimes it's your time to go. You don't have nothing to do with it. You have no choice in the matter. You can make a bunch of wrong decisions. I mean, maybe
how do we know if it was their time?
If you believe in karma, then you can say, well, he did some things that hurried his death up, like he moved the date up. But you can tell if it was his time because he's dead. If it wasn't his time, he wouldn't have died.
I don't know. If it's your time, I feel like it would be natural causes.
That might be natural. He bled to death.
Hey, man, if perception is everything.
Hey, when it's your time, it's your time. You don't have any control over when it comes. But not even to get off on that, but I want to ask my people, damn people or whoever this is, give me a second. I'll answer the phone. Give me a second. I don't know why people think if they just keep calling up, that's going to say, oh, I better answer. I'll answer it. Give me a second. I just want to ask black people before all the ranting and raving starts. Whatever happened to only God can judge me? And this is, once again, if you don't believe, you don't believe. It is what it is. But the ultimate thing is when you die, you are supposed to go and then deal with your sins before a higher power. and our judgments don't matter. So even if he was a racist, and I'm sure he was, and I don't love MAGA, but damn, the man is dead. Game over. Like, you don't got to keep going. Like, I'm gonna go piss on his grave. Let me get to this chat room because it's busy. Then I'll get the calls. You know, y'all calm down. I appreciate the love and the vigor. Let me see. So this is Dion. He's on YouTube. Ian said he was a racist. I guess he was really carrying the MAGA flag. Aaron Brown said top member of League MAGA. And Dion says, once again, dude was a pure racist and a piece of shit. Aaron Brown said, Legion of MAGA. Byron Terry, what it do, man? What it do, B-Dog, man? It's been a minute since you've been on with us. Welcome back. He said, damn good shot, at least 200 yards. He said, see what a 223 rifle round can do to a neck. Yeah, I was going to say something about Trump just being a little bit too wide to the left, but I'm going to leave that off. The shot for Trump, whatever. Dion says, real black people don't care, and it's really a waste of our time to discuss it. Says you. Who defines what a real black person is, Dion? What do that even mean? A real black person. Who wrote these rules?
Right.
Who co-signed on them? I love it when black people say, a real nigga. According to who? You? I mean, come on, man. Like, it's a waste of our time. It's a waste of our time to discuss most shit we talk about. Not just on here, but with each other. You ever sat and talked to the homie for about 15 minutes and be like, what the fuck is we wasn't even we wasn't talking about shit. I'm finna go. I can't get that time back. Or you leaving me like, all right, man, we'll chop it up again, and you drive off like, but we really didn't say nothing. So whatever. I'll call you, man. Dion says, when are you going to open the phone line? Calm down, Dion. Relax. I know you wasn't on Monday. I don't know if you was feeding your puppies or whatever, but you was in the chat, but you didn't jump on the line. And the line was stupid on Monday. Let me say, it was overloading my phone. Like, people was trying to call in and they was getting put on hold, and it was hanging up on them, and they was calling back at the same time. I'm just sitting here looking at the phone like, is it something I said? We got to do a show called Is It Something I Said? That's a good idea. Dion said the chicken came home to roost. Big brother tampering with the signal. Not yet. He said, this is Ian saying exactly, Kamar. He's agreeing with you for something you said. And Orlando Owens, what it do, Orlando? He said, family. Aaron says, live by the sword, die by the sword. This is BT. This is Byron Terry. He said, y'all go ahead and say good things about a bad guy. I judge and you do you. He was a vocal white supremacist that glorified gun violence. Like he said, we need gun violence because that supports my right for the Second Amendment. I just said that. I'm not denying none of that. Listen. If you didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, people say George Zimmerman. If George Zimmerman gets killed tonight, everybody can be like, yeah, he deserved it. But he's been walking around for years. You didn't do it, so it wasn't that important to you. So,
and that's also why I say, we don't have nothing to do with karma. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We don't know what kind of karma or when somebody's karma will hit them. We really had no clue. You know what I'm saying? It could be years from now. Shit, I done read some books to say it could be your next life where karma could come back and hit you.
I think it's funny that we will call out somebody like this for being racist, something that he said, but black people love Eminem, and he made a whole album dissing black women.
And how about, hey, we say racist shit all the motherfucking time. Keep it real.
Shit. Charleston White has said worse shit than his white boy in terms of talking about black people. I'm just saying. Ian said he was trying to call. I seen you. I was trying to get the show rolling, man. I know. Shout out to everybody who appreciates the show. But if we in our first 5 minutes trying to set the show up, motherfucker be on the phone like, answer the phone. Calm down.
I'm waiting.
I got something to say. Aaron Brown said this conversation seemed like good cop, bad cop. You think so? What's good cop, bad cop about me saying, okay, the man's dead now. Everything you say is true. But that don't mean I got a crip walk on his grave. That's all I'm saying. I just feel like, but some people got to get shit off their chest. I understand it. Jeff Crape down in Texas, Houston, What up, fam? How you doing, Jeff? Welcome to the show, man. Y'all please share my show. Dion said, when y'all talk about weapons, I don't participate because I can't own one. See how that works? Right? It had nothing to do with you. That was on Monday. We had them brothers from Prolific Firearms. One of two black gun store owners in the state of Wisconsin, certified in every possible way. Shout out to Eddie Silas and his whole crew, and Ajamu for bringing them on. Byron said Charlie Kirk just reached the turning point in his life. He sure did, didn't he? The upper room when Jesus won. That's where he's at. That's a hell of a turning point right there. Meltown Mikey Davis. What it do, big bro? What it do, man? How you tonight? Y'all please share the show. But yeah, listen, if y'all want to vent, if y'all want to call in and say this, that, and the third, now I can't open the phone lines now because me and my compadre have gotten to pontificate over the point, if you will. Y'all can call in. The phone line's open because I want to know how y'all feel because I'm ready to hear. Fuck that racist kid. Why you making excuses for him? Why you white explaining? Are you a Trump supporter? I'm ready for all that smoke. So
you niggas is some coons.
Absolutely. Fuck Outlaw Radio. Oh, whoever this says, you got to turn your shit down. Got to turn it down.
I ain't even got the radio on. I just got the phone, the normal phone. It might be a problem because I'm on speaker. Hold on one second, Ken. This is Ian. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes,
is that
sir.
better, dog?
It is better at this point. I will let you know when it goes awry. What did you do, man?
So I'm gonna take you off speaker. You know how niggas be doing. I got the speaker walking back and forth pacing. But
well, that's what you're trying to tell people. They want to call the show and be able to hear themselves while they own it. No, you got to go back and listen later. You can't listen to it while you're on it, man.
No, not at all. But bro, on some real shit, man. Like, and honestly, and I'm concerned for, and I know Orlando was listening, so I'm concerned for people like that, where you got these crazy motherfuckers out here, bro. Where, and this is the best way to put it. Now, you from the hood, Kamar from the hood. It's certain niggas that don't understand this shit. You can't walk around and side with a whole bunch of bullshit, regardless what you think politically or whatever. You can't side with motherfuckers losing health care, motherfuckers getting deported illegally. You can't side with motherfuckers getting their benefits cut and walk around and think it's going to be okay. This is a problem. And I've met him a couple times. I'm not happy that he died and all that shit. But he tried to argue with me, and these are the motherfuckers that support this dumb shit. You ride with a president who is a clear racist since the 60s and 70s, and you want to sit here, everybody out there, that this shit is about policy and politics. No, it's not. Because you can't tell me in modern history, in modern memory, the last person that was an ally to a sitting
You going in and out, going in and out.
Oh, my fault. But all I was gonna say, man, because my phone acting stupid anyway. But you can't tell me the last time in modern history that you had somebody that was the ally to a sitting U.S. president and got his fucking head blown off at a university. It must be something that people are tired of and getting upset with. But why motherfuckers are getting shot at like that, bro? I'm sorry.
I guess I don't know. Because I look at the big picture. Some call it playing devil's advocate. I just call it understanding the whole thing. Months back, there were Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota who were gunned down by some maniac white boy. And they weren't MAGA. So I guess my point is, motherfuckers get their shit blew off all the time about their political affiliation. Like I think presidents get their shit blew off in this country.
Right.
So I wouldn't say it's the first time in history. I understand like black people really want reciprocity. They want other people to feel our pain. I get that. They want other people to be on the short end of the stick. So if it's somebody who's racist and they get it, black people like, hell yeah, which is cool. I understand that. All I'm saying is, I don't think you need to go out. I don't think you need to go overboard making memes and like, why do you got to post on Facebook and be like, yeah, I'm glad that punk son bitch dead? Like, that's
exactly.
I don't understand that. But Dion's on the line. Dion, what's going on, man?
Hello, Kevin. How are you doing?
I am well. I got to go back and figure out and remember what your real name is, because I'm gonna stop saying Dion and start saying your whole name. Every time you call me Kevin, you say your whole name.
He's saying his government.
Well, I said Kev. What the hell?
No,
like
you said Kevin.
Okay, Kev. I'm just saying though. Okay, I apologize. What up, Kev? How you doing?
I'm chilling,
so
man.
My whole thing is that gentleman was he was definitely anti-black.
Okay.
He always made it seem like, black people, they commit violent crimes proportionally against whites. Black people, they're 13% of the population with 50% of the prison population. You know what I'm saying? There's always using statistics and stuff to talk about to try to, to go against us. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, just like when Rush Limbaugh passed away, it was like, okay, I mean,
and that was cool.
You.
I'm with you on that. I was cool. When Rush died, I was cool. I was like, man, racist motherfucker. But I didn't go on Facebook and then people say, Kev, that's you. I get it, but it's my show too. So
but
I gotta say what? This. But, I didn't go on Instagram and say, oh, hell yeah, y'all see this racist piece of shit. Like, he's dead.
But Game over. What, though? The thing about it is, okay, yes, that's true. But the thing about it is, when George Floyd died, oh my God, the white people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not Michelle Obama. I'm not, you already know me. I'm going to go low with him.
They called him a scumbag, though.
Yeah, it was like, oh, he was on meth, this, that, and other. And then another thing I always wanted to see, this is my thing. So why, I heard two things Kamar said. He talked about karma. Why karma always got to be a bad thing? Why it can't be a good thing? You know what I'm saying? Then another thing I was wondering, why every time, why we can't speak winning that motherfucking money into existence just wanna. See, I don't believe in all that old bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I walked around many a day saying I'm gonna win the lottery, dreamed about it, and ain't won a motherfucking thing. And I put that in the air for years. You know what I'm saying? So it's always, that's the thing. That's one thing I don't like about when people be talking about the devil. Oh, the devil, let me not, the devil go do. Why the devil always got to do something when something bad happened? The devil did it to you when some good God did it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
hold
I heard that.
Hold on.
This
is important to know. In order to maintain the integrity of the show, I need for everybody to get in and get out. Like, don't do a 12-day sermon, right?
Man, I'm gonna listen. My fault. I get off.
No, it's fine. I don't mind if you say something, but you ask Kamar a question and then you added so much on top of it that maybe the question will be lost because Kamar.
No, really remember the question. I heard you.
Okay. So I wanted you to get a chance to answer him about karma. So
karma does. It goes both ways, good and bad. That's why I say it comes from the decisions you make. You know what I'm saying? You can make the right decisions and the right shit happen behind the right decisions. That's all karma is.
So it's not one way or the other. It's both ways. It's good and bad.
Right. It's energy. Like I say, remember I said what you put out there is what you get back.
Okay.
If I'm talking to you, if I'm trying to do business with you, but I'm trying to get over on you while I'm doing business, see, that type of shit come back to you.
Long term, yes.
Especially if you find out. You know what I'm saying?
Or if you get caught.
That's just what it is. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about karma, saying karma come back to hit somebody. That ain't no excuse. That's just real shit. That ain't blaming no devil. I don't even believe in the fucking devil.
I do. I believe in Satan. And I can tell you.
I believe we are our own devil.
I can tell you, I believe that he has some influence over behavior. Now, I don't want to go there because that's about theology. Let me go to the chat room because I like to. Let me break that up. Because we get to go about religion and it gets really, really spicy. And this ain't Messy Monday. Okay. Call on Monday night and say some shit like that. We bang out. No Diddy. A says, sorry, Kev, not our business. No, well, everything is our business. Well, if you're gonna say this was a known, vocal, admitted racist who spewed the hatred for us out of his mouth on the regular, if he gets assassinated basically live on TV and passes away or shot and then passes away, it is our business because we got an opinion on it. Anything you got an opinion on is your business, whether you share it or not. So it's absolutely our business. And like I said, it's not just about him. It's about people who will kill someone based on their political affiliation. That seems to be the norm nowadays in America. So let me go to the chat room. I see Byron Terry. He said, keep going high while they go low. Who is the animal that unalive Charlie Kirk? They haven't caught him yet. They haven't caught him. I wanted to say that too. Our angst for what we've been through in this country and what white people have done to us sometimes makes us want to become as savage as they are. I don't feel like I need to become an animal because my oppressor is an animal. I think one of the reasons why we were able to overcome this is because we remained intact with our integrity and who we were as a people. And some people might say that was passive, but no, like Kamar said, we was trying to give out good shit so good shit would come back. But it just took, what, 400 years? That's a lot of putting out good shit, right? Ace said, by the way, what up? How you doing, Ace, man? You know what? You know what's up. Dion was snapping early. Sometimes you got to bring, you got to get a preacher some orange juice because Dion get up there and he'll go, man. And he'll finish all the way on the other side of the lake and be like, I'm out. And I'll be like, well, damn. Brenda Peterson, how you doing, Miss Peterson? She said, Charlie Kirk said, George Floyd got what he deserved, and said Chauvin should be out free. He made his bed, and now he's lying in it. He is damn sure tucked in, isn't he? He is night-night. So you want to go night-night? Want to go night-night? He went night-night. Byron Terry said, flags should not be flying at half staff for Charlie Kirk. Fuck Charlie Kirk and each one of his supporters. Can't disagree with you on that. Fuck him and his supporters. I don't see nothing that's, that's a statement. I don't see nothing that's dancing on his grave. Ian said, you're not walking around like it's sweet when you support dumb shit. Well, it happens all the time. Why we have MAGA in the first place. Walking around like it's sweet and they support dumb shit. That's how he got elected. He said, what if the killer is black? So? Oh, well, then would that make it our business? Thank you, Aaron. I'm sorry. I dismissed you too early. So then, Ace, if the killer was black, would that then make it our business? I don't know. Ian says he got green lit because people are tired. And Ace says, ain't that the damn truth? Now, Dion, you were making some points. I had to cut you off because I wanted Kamar to get a chance to respond to what you asked him about karma. Because I thought we were on the same page in terms of understanding that karma is neither good nor bad. It just is what it is. And like he said, it can be good. One day you might get called in and given a promotion because you've been working your ass off or something like that. Or one day after you done fucked over a lot of people, something fucked up might happen to you. It's what it is. So now you said you don't believe in the devil. You don't believe in karma. Dion, I'm asking you for the sake of the people, what do you believe in?
Well, shit, the only thing you can believe in is existence. One reason I'm gonna tell you why I stopped believing it. I can't say I don't believe in God like that because it was indoctrinated in me, and it's hard to relearn something that was indoctrinated in you for so long. But I don't really believe too much stuff because it's hard to believe in something you can't see. Now, a person asked me, well, do you believe that you breathe in air? I breathe in something. They just gave it a name. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I find it so hard.
You just pulled the Orlando. You just tap danced all the way around the question. Oh, yeah.
Well, hold on. I just told you. Okay. Well, hold on. I believe in existence and I believe in a creator. What the creator is, I don't know. I don't go off like the whole theory of God and Adam and Eve and Moses and all that, because when you dig into it, it's just hard to fathom all that. You feel what I'm saying? But I believe there is something to our life. If that's, you know what I'm saying? So I can't say, I believe in God. I believe that there is a creator. And I believe it is an existence of life.
Listen,
but I can't believe it. I don't know what it is.
If you're not going to call him God or whatever your word is for the quote unquote creator, then you don't believe in it. Because when you believe in something, you call it for what it is. I'm not saying it has to, I'm not telling you have to say God, but a creator is a broad term. But then you say, I believe in a creator. I can't say I don't believe in God, though. That's confusion. You're confusing yourself.
No. I said the reason it's hard to say about God is because it was indoctrinated in me, so I don't use that.
I heard that
I believe in a creator. If you've been around me,
Dion. I'm going off your
If you've been around me, okay, maybe I misquoted it. I believe in a creator. Let me say it like that.
And you don't believe
put a label on it.
Just God. You don't believe God is the creator.
That's just like how you keep on saying him, his.
You don't believe God
How
is the
do we know?
creator. You don't believe he is the creator that you believe in. That's what you're saying. Yes
I
or
believe
no?
I believe in a creator.
Okay, but it's not God. It's Leroy or somebody. Now I got somebody else on the line.
Semantics.
It could be depending on whether or not you believe in God.
Well,
I mean,
it is. You know what I mean? Some people believe God. Some people just say it's the creator. Some people say God is energy. Some people say God is the sun. Some people say God is the maker of the universe. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? But it's one higher power, and we all agree on that.
We do agree on it being one higher power. But once again, if you are a Muslim, you believe he's Allah, right? So what I'm saying is you can't say you believe his name is Allah and then say, well, no, he's just called a creator. Then you don't believe in Allah, you believe in the creator. Allah is specific to Muslims. They'll say, no, brother. They'll say, brother, let me tell you about Allah. And you say, nah, he's just I'm just saying it's not semantics. It's not semantics.
Well, I say, if we all believe God, if we all believe that there's just one higher power, after that it is, because now you're talking about what each person would call God. Like everybody could have their own certain name for God, but if we all believe that God is only one higher power, you know what I mean? Like we really just saying the same thing, only we saying different words, saying the same thing.
I'm saying it from the
Allah, Jesus, Buddha,
God, though.
They all come from different parts of the world, so it comes from different languages. So everybody will wind up calling it different.
Sean Moore, what's happening, man? I hear you laughing in the background. What's going on?
What it do, bro?
What's happening with you, man? Where you at with the white boy getting popped on live? I should say.
We talked about Charlie Kirk, right? And then we brought God into it. Charlie Kirk preached division with his tongue, with his messages. But you can't mock God, man. Vengeance is the Lord's, and no hatred escapes his judgment. You know, today may have been his judgment. I can't make a determination or give my opinion on something like that because I believe in God and I believe that it's God's vengeance, man. That was a very hateful man, and God is only going to allow so much.
So the whole point that just so people who say, what the hell are they talking about? My point was I seen people celebrating his death and saying, aha, racist motherfucker, that's what your ass get. And I was saying, I didn't think that was necessary. I felt like the man's dead. I thought we were supposed to respect the dead. I don't know. Maybe some people be like, fuck that, I piss on your grave. Byron's in the chat room saying, you know the killer isn't black because no one's in custody. What do you say on Goodfellas? Black dudes get caught because they fall asleep in the getaway car.
Ain't nobody eating Burger King.
No Popeyes wrappers and stuff. That's racist of us, right? Like, come on, man. John Fletcher, he said, what up, family? Outlaw family. Shout out to John Fletcher. He said, all I have to say is get ready for the ride. This is the excuse that they needed to set it off. The revolution will not be televised. Let's go. Well, hold on for the revolution stuff. Hold on. God damn. I don't know why y'all always want. I don't know. When I'm having a good week, motherfuckers always want the world to end on Thursday and shit. Can I get through the weekend? Damn. And
all the blue states need to succeed, though.
How would they justify coming at us because a white boy got shot in Utah? Like, how's that a justification to come get us? I mean, black people be so paranoid. See, they gonna not man, lock your door. Like, calm down, man. Damn, we emotional. Let me see who else. This is Ace Cooley. He says, keeping it 100, I believe the earth is starting to cleanse itself. Wow. Okay. Byron Terry said, John Fletcher, shit, clear folks aren't going to crash out for Charlie Kirk. Thank you, Byron. He didn't have that much sway, did he? Did he actually make laws? Has he signed? Has he signed? Was he an elected official? I'm not saying that means he's Svengali. What I'm saying is he didn't really affect any kind of power balance, did he? Did he sign legislation into, or was he just a talking head?
His little organization, man,
supported.
Rally.
Okay.
Yeah, so many people, bro. Trump really liked dude really helped Trump, man.
Yeah, but he can't use that as an excuse to come after us. What the fuck?
No, the only black man in Utah was probably doing the grass or something.
That just show you how many. I mean, that just show you how hateful white people is, and they believe a lot of that rhetoric, though. You know what I'm saying? Like whiteness is an illness, though. I be looking at.
Wait, what's the rhetoric?
Shit,
what's the rhetoric? Hold on, Dion. What is the rhetoric of what? They killed Kirk, so let's kill some niggas? What's the rhetoric?
Oh no, they believe his rhetoric. No, I was basically piggybacking off Sean about his following. You know what I'm saying? Like, because my guy was like that today. He was like, "Oh man, he got a big following." You know what I'm saying? And and I was like, no, he don't, because a lot of people really, unless you are politically astute, and a lot of people are not, but some people, even the people that are, they really don't know who he is, though. You know what I'm saying? He had to be a soundbite.
The people he organized know who he is, and he was organizing young, college-age, white kids, conservatives around the country.
The office going to be closed tomorrow.
Not just in a couple states.
The office going to be closed tomorrow. Not just in
a couple states.
Yeah, but
around the country, he had a movement.
Not to the point where Donald Trump is going to send the National Guard to Utah, like he wanted to do Chicago.
I was just about to say he should, though. It's obvious. Obviously, it's dangerous.
Listen,
that's
it's very dangerous.
Let me get the chat room.
He was doing a speed check now.
Let me get the chat room, y'all.
We'd be all over.
That was sarcasm, Dion.
This is Ace Cooley. He says, he's in the chat room. He says, I believe most people don't believe in organized religion. And that's fine. I see more people nowadays than ever. I'm black people. I see more black people who question that kind of thing. And I've heard that's a slave thing. And, your oppressor gave you this, that, and the third, whatever. That's fine. You are 100% entitled to your opinion. That's fine. And for me, it's personal. So it really ain't your business anyway. So that's why I don't even like talking about it.
Can I interrupt right quick?
Well, hold on. Don't interrupt right quick. Just let me finish. What I'm saying is, if you don't believe in organized religion, that's fine. That don't bother me. I'm not looking at you like heathen. I got to bring you. I got to convert you. I say, I can keep it moving. That's why I don't like to get into those deep debates about that, because everybody has their personal opinion. But I do recognize, Ace, that a lot of people don't believe in the traditional sort of religion that we grew up in, or Dion said we were indoctrinated into. I think at a certain point, at least on our side, you got a choice whether you wanted to continue going. When you were no longer a child, it was like, you can't be forced to do this. You have to choose this. So, that's why I don't like to get into it. This is A Blast. He said, God got tired of us a long time ago and gave us free will. And then he grabbed a bag of popcorn and watched the show. One of our mistakes is that we try to humanize him and think he does the things that we do. Man, God somewhere eating a Whopper. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not a human. So, Brenda Peterson.
Can I ask you a question?
Let me finish the chat room. Let me finish the chat room.
Okay. All right.
Brenda says, now we should debate if he's going to hell. Yeah, that'll be a great conversation. Is he going to hell or not? Like, yeah, see? We'll digress. And I got so much other shit to talk about tonight. The overlay for the underplay, correct. It's the movement that just sit back waiting on any reason to do what they do. He's agreeing that they're going to use this to come after us. Brenda Peterson's laughing. Ace Cooley said the killer was some white guy. Well, they had arrested the wrong person at first. They said they had let him go. So they said that the shooter was still at large. I don't know unless it's been updated. Can't say you're a Christian and be divisive and support the rapist as your president, who has a history of racism and whose political party is aligned with white supremacy at this point. These house nigga coon tap dancers can't even admit that they need to at least be independent. They double down and they say they are proud Republicans. This shit is beyond ridiculous, and it is just the beginning. I predicted that more people of prominence on the white side of the aisle are going to go. I don't know. Brenda Peterson said, oh, yes, he did. And shout out to Earl Henning. He says what he always says. Fuck Donald Trump. She said he increased the Republican college vote for one. Okay, so y'all saying y'all still arguing that he had enough sway to make Trump and them come after black people? I don't know. I don't know what does that mean. He got more college votes. Let's kill some niggers. I mean, I'm just waiting to see who the killer was. A says, my daughter, who has been on your soul one time, I think you meant show, one time said that black people doubled down on the Republican Party. Black people who doubled down on the Republican Party have an identity crisis, considering that they are right now, where they are right now. In case you don't remember, Kev, that's the one who's going to school to be a neurosurgeon. I remember your daughter did come on here one time, but forgive me, I cannot remember what the specifics of the conversation were. Brenda said they're calling him Trump's adopted son. Brenda Peterson said Bannon said today it means war now. On who? Who going to is us? Like I'm only most of the time I'm only worried about black people, y'all. So forgive me. Let me get the rest of the chat so I can get my people who on the show up to speed and let them pop. White people know that what he was. Fuck him. That's Earl saying fuck him. Sharita Shaw, how you doing, my sister? She said, hey fam, how you doing? Now, Sean, you had tried to go, so I want you to be able to say what you had to say. And then Dion was trying to get in. And I think is Orlando on the line?
I thought. Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Sean.
What up, bro? So, you know what? I thought about it, man. This ain't the platform for it. It was gonna get into some religion, and yeah, I ain't gonna do that. So we'll talk about it later.
Well, no, because religion is such a personal thing, right? And it's one of those fruitless conversations because it's not like you're going to convert here tonight on the show and say, Kev, I need to get baptized. Like, so, you know, I wouldn't really want to do it online, right? Like if you and I were sitting, maybe we were just chilling and we got into this philosophical conversation about religious beliefs, then I wouldn't mind us having a conversation. But I put 5 people in the room and then try to say, well, it's this, it's that. No, it's that, it's this, it's that. It's like a waste of time, especially when I still got to talk about DC running for governor. So I don't want to waste all the time talking about that tonight. Damn, chat room still popping.
I'm gonna pass.
Hold on, Sean, hold on. Aaron, you are a silly person. He says, I think the killer is a gay black dude. We will be presented he'll be presented as a gay black man. What the fuck? Ian says it was on Democrats, aka niggas and white it's war on Democrats, aka niggas and white liberals. Okay. Charlie Kirk was a co-founder of Turning Point USA. He also was pro-Israel. In that sense, the MAGA Dick organization has been split because they believe that most politicians have been bought out by Alpaca or APAC. I said alpaca. The majority of Americans, including myself, feel like we have been infiltrated by a foreign government and they want them out of the American politics and lawmaking. We believe that they are trying to manipulate us into destroying our country for them to gain power. That is some deep shit. I don't know that I have enough time in the day to really go that deep because I'll be at work and shit. Dion, you was trying to pop in and get your shit off. I want to make sure you know, like, yeah, wouldn't let me talk.
Oh no. I'm on step to the like Sean said, because I was gonna answer some religious questions, but I ain't gonna do it since he bowed down. I'm gonna do it just as well.
I wouldn't say bow down. I mean,
hey, I didn't bow down. I didn't bow down.
Now,
I guess he said this ain't the platform for it. Because I just be wanting to ask questions. That's all. But
and if you wanted to get my personal opinion on that, you could just hit my line. We'll sit up and talk and chop it up man to man. Like, I don't know.
Son, you need to have a clearance from them puppies, man.
Hey, I think it's all the same.
I got one left, I got one left. Call me.
Wait, hold on, y'all. I couldn't hear Kamar. What you say, Kamar?
No, I said I think it's pretty much all the same, and we be debating over nothing when it comes to religion.
You got the right to that opinion. I wouldn't tell you was wrong.
I don't debate with nobody. I ain't gonna debate with nobody about religion, because what I understand is all religions. Well, I can't say all religions, but I say most religions that black people get into, they have helped correct some black men and black women. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if something can make you a better person, I'm all for it, whatever the fuck it is.
That is a beautiful way to say that.
Like, yeah, I agree. I agree.
That is the best summary of it. Like, yo, if it's working for you, cuz, keep going. Like, I'm not here to tell you, no, nigga, it's a slave book. No, read that shit. It's making you better. I'm seeing you get better. That's what's up. I dig that.
The moral code to it all is the same. You know what I'm saying? The moral code to it all is the same. Love, peace, love thy brother. You know what I'm saying? Help when you can. It's all delivering the same message. They just putting it in different words.
Yeah, unless you're a Satanist. But see, there I go. Let's just leave it right there. I had to bring Satan into it. Listen, Air Blast is laughing at me because I said alpaca. Alpaca. He's laughing at me because I did say that shit. I said it. That's like the seats in my car and shit. Ian said politics. He said, hold on, Orlando. Ian said politics turned to religion. And Sean is giving Dion his number for a puppy, I guess. I didn't know you sold dogs, man. What you selling? Wiener schnitzels? Go ahead, Orlando.
I got Yorkie.
See, I knew it was one of them little rat ass dogs.
So I think it's definitely a sad day for freedom of speech, political discourse, political, positions should never result to violence, nor should free speech be. I understand the, some of the sentimental, some of the panel that I don't agree with, which is, it is what we do, we debate. It should never get to the point that it causes violence, that people die, people get attacked, people get acid. That's too much. We all can debate a position, and we can all say, well, we disagree, and that's part of the issue. I can respect Kamar's position on, karma. I'm not a believer of karma, but I do believe that if I am going to be called home, I want to be called home doing something that I believe in truly. You look at, Kev, you close to Commander. If any of these things could have happened to him at any point. But if you are going to have this conversation with the heavenly realm or wherever some might go, I want to do it doing what I believe in, what I stand for, what I hold true to my heart. So I don't agree with everything that Charlie Kirk always said, but like you said, Kev, the dancing on the grave, it's a bit much, because we can say that about everybody who finds their demise.
So let me ask you this: as a black conservative, would you acknowledge him as a racist? Because I know a lot of times you'd be like, "Well, it's not racism." You don't believe he was a racist?
I don't. I think he said some close to some inflammatory stuff. I wouldn't go that far. That's you touching it, Charlie, because you can read into that what you just said.
Wait a minute. Time out. You don't believe this dude was a racist?
Well, Orlando don't think Trump racist, so
okay. But this is a dude he's known for his he has actually versed it. He has said it. And you're telling me, maybe because you both identify as some sort of Republican, that you don't believe he's racist?
Conservative.
Which means Republican. You're a Republican. You can keep saying you're a Republican.
There are Democrats and conservatives too, but okay. So no, I think that he said some hot mic or some hot stuff. Like, hold on, Charlie, you're going a little too. You're getting close to something.
They wouldn't even let you come to his rally, Orlando. You wouldn't even been welcome there, even if you told him he was a Republican.
I've been to his rallies, and I got pictures of Charlie Kirk. I've been to the rallies. I've been to the college.
No wonder you like him. Okay, so you was one of the good. You're one of the good ones.
No, what I'm saying to you is this: having a different opinion political speech. If that's the case, and you were right, Kev. A few years ago, Democrats have been killed or shot.
That was earlier this year. That was 6 months ago.
And you're right. You got Kelsey. I forget the lady's name. She was a white congresswoman. Her husband was an astronaut that ran for her office and won, but she was shot because some crazy deranged, I guess Republican or someone didn't support her. Shot her at like the grocery store. She, so no, political violence is never acceptable on any side.
Well, because I don't even want to talk about that now, because we know death is. I'm talking about you, as a black man. So you don't believe there's no racism in America?
No, I do believe that. I definitely believe that.
Who's racist? You tell me who you think is racist, because I want to know who you think is racist.
So I met a few racists in my life.
Tell me one specific one specific white person that you would say, nah, that motherfucker racist. I just want you to tell me one. I don't need you to tell me a story about, going to Morris Brown.
I don't know the name. Right. I've met a couple ones that I say, that dude's racist. I don't know their name.
Name one.
I said, I don't know their name, Kev. I've met a couple. Like, that dude's racist.
So the only white people you ever seen that was racist, you didn't know who they was. You're like, damn, well, a random racist. Like, come on, let me go to chat room.
I met a white dude. I met a white dude.
Start coughing, Orlando. Start coughing. Act like you sick, bro.
Again, I don't know. For one thing, I don't know racist, because if I understand how you get down, I don't want to know. So I can't tell you.
You don't see one white. You could hear a KKK, a Klansman say, "Yeah, I hate niggers," and you say, "Well, I don't think he's racist." That's what, like, you don't even name one white. Every black person can name one white person that's definitely racist. We can all do that. At least one.
Your man, David, whatever, David Duke. He's a racist. Yeah, David Duke's a racist. Yeah, he's a racist.
Okay. Well, you answered it. I guess it took you long enough, right? You had to think of that shit. You probably was Googling your ass off.
But I don't know David Duke, though. But I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't ask you, did you know him personally? I said, name one white person that, because every time we see a white person say something racist or something racist goes on, you deny it. You told me you don't believe that. You believe the woman was lying on Trump, that he didn't sexually harass her in a department store. You said she's just lying on Trump. Trump ain't do it. So I'm like, he don't see no white wrong. You don't see, when white people do something wrong, you go blind. Like, what the fuck? What is that? Who is that? I can't see. Somebody tell me what's going on.
So the whole Klan.
He was crying when he called, when they was talking about Charlie Kirk. It sounded like he was like, you know how somebody been crying and I'm like, this.
But he said he's been at his rallies.
It's bad, Dion. It's bad, Dion. If you don't believe in karma, I just say, Dion, it's bad that you give out those vibes like you don't really give a rip. So it's bad if you believe in karma.
Orlando, I'm trying to save you, bro.
He don't need saving. He don't need to be saved. He's a grown man.
Bro, call.
This is Sarita Shaw in the chat room, y'all. Let me catch my chat room. She says debating over religion is something. The basis is something. However, there's no right or wrong. Yeah, I mean, I like how Kamar said it. I like how I thought that was the best way to say it. Like, look, if that shit working for you, keep it popping, right? Go and keep the party going. Like, I ain't finna fuck your day up. Go ahead, man. Ewok in Arizona, he said, Shoeshine Boy is back at it, tap dancing ass. This ain't Messy Monday, y'all. Please don't get started. Ian said, here we go. I have mentioned it before. Orlando is not going to say anything against the Republican Party or conservatives because his bread is buttered with Ron Johnson. Charlie Kirk was a grifter, as well as Orlando. Call him a grifter. Ace Cooley in the chat room, he says, Orlando, what's going on, man? He said he's literally made racist statements, but there were white people dancing on George Floyd's death. What I want to know is if you put out do you put your political party before your people? Hold on.
So my people, oh, my fault.
No, go ahead, respond, go ahead.
So my people are people who believe like I do in the faith. I'm a believer, so I don't like anybody dancing on anybody's grave first and foremost. So my people who believe in Jesus Christ, that's what I believe in my people. Now I do have people who look like me, but we don't walk the same walk. We don't do the same thing. No shade against nobody, but my people are called by His name.
Okay. Orlando, I'm sorry. This is okay. I mean, he responded, right? Byron says Charlie was speaking against gun reform and gun violence when he was popped in his neck. Yeah, and his quote was, but they just keep putting the quote of him saying, like, basically somebody gonna die, but it's worth it if we can keep our guns. That makes me think, damn, karma is a bitch in high heels. For you to say that and then just get your joint blown at the press during a speech, you went out like Kennedy or somebody. Like, that's crazy. He said Orlando works for the Republican Party, Kevin. He will never be truthful about what's racist in that party. I just want him to be safe out here because people are going after people supporting the dumb shit that Trump supports.
So Ian got all this stuff to say, Kev. First of all, I don't work for the Republican Party. So Ian, you continue to do this stuff, and then you want to kind of backlash it with I hope you be safe out there. Man, stop it, the wordplay, cuz again, political violence is unacceptable for your position of where you are. You have a ton of Democrats that don't support Kevin. You just talked about, Crowley being announced for governor. Do I want to see Crowley go to a red district in Wisconsin and get hurt? I don't, because we got Republicans got to go to blue districts and give their spiel as well. So the city is talking about, well, he's just this, that, and the other. That's ridiculous. I want you to be able to pitch your ideas, whatever you believe in, and let the people decide, if you want to be elected or not. So let's stop the silliness in. Grow up, man.
So,
grow up.
Listen, let me finish my chat room. Aaron said, man, fuck them crackers. he said, fuck them crackers. Aaron said, help him, Kamar. Byron Terry, this is a profound statement. He said, hate begets hate and love begets love, usually. Aaron's laughing at Ernest. Sarita Saw said, she loves us. We love you too. And everybody who supports the platform, please, please, please continue to do so. He said, cuz, not here, Crip. Orlando Owens is mad because I'm right. So look, I want to talk about brother DC Crowley. And this is dope right here. I first met DC Crowley when he was very, very young, and I was doing community organizing with Safe and Sound. And DC was on the turf then as a community organizer. I can't remember who he worked for. I don't know if he began working for the senator or whoever he was working for yet. He was working for somebody who had, it may have been Boys and Girls. I don't know who it was. But everywhere we would go and meet in community forums and going to district police, we used to have to go to district reports, meetings with the district officers. So they go over every crime that happened in the neighborhood, every murder, the homicide commission meetings. I used to have to go to all this stuff when I was with Safe and Sound. And DC would be there. I watched him over the years come up, state representative. He jumped to the county executive. Now he's announced his run for governor. So it's a lot to talk about here about my brother. Number one, his job as the county executive in Milwaukee. He has been a proponent of affordable housing. And then where I'm confused at is we talk about money. And so they announced that there was a $19 million budget deficit and that he actually fixed that by moving a bunch of money around because some departments had a surplus. So my question then becomes, well, if the county had a deficit, how is there departments within the county that have a surplus? I don't know. That means something's mismanaged. To me, that means something's mismanaged. And then he was, and they said, well, he made the largest tax cut that the county's ever seen, which is true, but it came because they also signed off on this historic tax increase. So I'm looking at this math saying, wait a minute, you raised taxes, but then you said I lowered taxes. And he said, I balance, and I'm not trying to shoot DC down. I want my people to know what's what. He said, well, and I'm pretty sure if he came on here, he could talk me all off these points. But he said that, I did balance this budget. The county budget is very tedious, which we all know. But then they're saying there's a projected $45 million deficit coming next year.
Wait a minute.
So I'm just looking at his overall performance. I think he's a cool cat. He's been on this show. I've spoken with him, one-on-one, and I've chopped it up with him when he used to come here and be on the show. That don't mean he's supposed to be governor of the state. Now, my next question would be, how is he going to fare in northern Wisconsin? This is an 86% white state. And Trump, they won this state. It's red. So, y'all, I just wanted to know how people felt about. Come on, I'm going to start with you. DC, you chopped it up with him. What you think about his chances to become governor? Where we at?
My bad. I'm sorry. I was just at an event with him, right? I was down there at the park down there on East Burleigh in that senior pavilion in the senior building down there. I forgot the name of it, but we was down there at an event and he came through there. Hey, look, and I was just joking and shit. And I asked him, said, hey man, you running for mayor? And he said, yeah. I mentioned Outlaw Radio too and everything, told him where I knew him from. You know what I mean? And then it all came back from that night when he kept pulled up and we sprung the question on him about the bill. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like he was a little hesitant with me after that. But he did say he was planning on running. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say this, right? I say this. for the hope of little black kids to look good. You know what I mean? It's good for him. You know, he come from the hood, and that's where he at now. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he could do some things or bust a move or two for us that could be in our benefit in these communities out here. It's all I could hope for.
Okay. And now that you say that, I think that might have been the last time he did come up here and do this.
It is the last time he came.
Oh shit, that was it. But DC told me last year he was gonna run for governor. He said, of course, he told me don't say nothing, but he's like, everybody thinks I'm going to be the mayor and that I'm going to run against Chevy, or whatever his name, Lil Buddy. He said, I'm not. I'm running for governor. And I said, for real? Word? He was like, yeah. I said, damn. I think I may have even said, what you gonna do about northern Wisconsin? And he was just like telling me that it's not as divided as people may think. That's a whole different conversation. Byron said, what if they're cremated? In regards to what? I got somebody. Is Erica on this line? I thought I heard her hollering at her kids in the background.
I heard Mandela might be running too.
Yeah, well, you know, his mama was a teacher and his daddy worked third shift. So we'll see if he runs again. Mama Jenkins is in the chat room. How you doing, Mama Jenkins? She said, good evening, my Outlaw family. We all that follow this guy know he was racist and didn't give a fuck about blacks. That's why he was out there with them Mormons who don't give two hoops about blacks. She said, those college white kids out there hate blacks, dance on the motherfucker grave because he was pure evil. I don't wish death on no one, but call a rat. She said he worked for Senator Feingold. Yeah, he was a racist. Like, and Mormons don't like black people. A lot of people don't even know that the founder of the Mormons, Young, is actually Steve Young, who played football. Is like his great grandfather or something. He initially taught that black people had tails. So there we go with the Mormons. Shout out to them, right? They be walking the ghetto though. They go on a mission. I guess they changed that belief. There was a bunch of other things that he initially said was some of their principles. So this is Ace in the chat room. He said, tell Orlando, political violence ain't just someone getting shot. When your president is dog whistling to a Proud Boy, political violence. When a punk ass police violate people's constitutional rights and escalate to killing an unarmed person because of his color, that's political violence. It just can't be political violence when it happens to your punk ass homeboys. And by the way, I'm a conservative. That's what he's saying to Orlando. Let me finish the chat room, Orlando, before you hold on. Ian says, you see the mentality, Kevin. Hold on, let me get this up here, y'all. Said, you see the mentality, Kevin. Even though I don't agree with Orlando's positions, I actually am I am a Christian and do care about his well-being. He is a father, son, and husband. What happened to Charlie Kirk could have happened to any of us. In the words of Tupac, you dumb nigga. It is backhanded to give him a compliment and then say you dumbass nigga too. So I just want to point that out. But Dion, you are a political person now. What do you think about DC? What's his chances of winning this election?
I really don't think that him winning zero, basically zero.
Okay.
He's gonna get a lot of votes probably with Green Bay, Milwaukee, Kenosha, Racine. But you got to understand, Wisconsin is a predominantly rural state.
86% white.
Rural white. Yeah, a lot of those rural white, they don't want to relate. Then not only that, you know, even when you look at they said that when he said he announces he's running, you go in the comments on Facebook, oh, you trying to make Wisconsin like Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Like those, oh God, you just don't know, man. I'm gonna send you something. I hope that you watch it. It's just about whiteness. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the mentality of white people, man. And it's now you talking about an indoctrination. They have been indoctrinated. It's just like no matter what a black person does, you just ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Just regardless of whatever. And you know, now they're coming out saying that, you know, because that's how they feel. You know what I'm saying? Look what the Supreme Court did the other day. They allowed you to be able to stop just on the strength of people think you Mexican. You know what I'm saying? If you think somebody Mexican, you can stop them, pull them over, ask them for their papers and all that. Mm-hmm. So DC, no, and I don't even know why he would try to waste his money. Now, I'll tell you this, if his buddy get behind him, he might win. what's the guy name? That was before him, the white guy with all them names. I can't think of it.
We call him Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, Chris Abele.
Yeah.
If Chris Abele get behind him, he got it. You know what I'm saying? Because Abele is a think tank. He's gonna go out there. You know, I mean, sometimes you're not elected, you selected.
I don't know if Abele's money reaches all the way to northern Wisconsin, because you got the Kohlers up there. You got the Menards up there. You got
Sheboygan.
You got some big power players up there. Now he got change. I don't say, you know, he got a little money, but up there, like
I thought Chris Abele family was a billionaire. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Last I heard, he was a millionaire who inherited millions. But it's a different conversation. And also, he's also what they would call a nigger lover already, because he has supported DC.
Well, they could all sit around at the table and say, well, you know, it's about time that, you know, maybe we can shine a different light on Wisconsin, you know, because regardless of the fact, people, you know, I don't think Wisconsin is a Republican state too much, you know, like they call Wisconsin, Michigan, a lot of the states, swing states, we purple. But a lot of them, you know, is deep down in the core Republicans, you know. And I was just arguing with a Republican just now as we talking, and they was talking about the Charlie Kirkland. I said, I'm not asking about that. I just want you to tell me from Nixon administration until present day, give me some policies that the Republicans have done. And when I ask that question, is mute, is nothing. You hear nothing. That's just like the other day, your guy Scott had put something in the People Network. He had the donkey sitting up there, and he's talking about the black people in the plantation. Keep voting for the Democrats. See, that's what bothers me about Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them benefit off. We're not to see, and that's the part about that they don't understand. They think that we're solely Democratic. It's about people just making policies that you're able to have a comfortable way of life.
Listen, I don't want to get too far away from DC. We're talking about DC, okay? And Sean, that's your partner. Sean, that's your partner. What do you think? Yeah. What strategy can he take? Does he have a snowball's chance in hell at winning this race?
I think he got a snowball chance in hell. So the way I see it, man, he you're gonna have to surround yourself with some others. Because you and Kyle going up there ain't gonna get it. You know, he gonna need some white staffers. He gonna have to promise some things that he may not have ever thought about promising.
Well, let's look. And Orlando, I'm gonna give you a chance to speak on this too, but I want people to understand. Right now, the Democrats are looking for a black face, because the Democrats watched their support slip in this last election. Not overwhelmingly, because I think still to the tune of 86% plus still voted, myself included, for the Democrats. But that wasn't because of my affiliation to them. It was because I just despise Donald Trump so much. And I was going to vote for Morris Day, but I didn't want to waste my vote. So my point is this: the Democrats are looking for someone who is like DC, someone who's from the hood, someone who's articulate, someone who's, I mean, to a certain extent, affable. I've never seen him mad. I've never heard him speak aggressively. They feel like he may be, hey, this is what we need to reinvigorate our party. Because now Dion was talking about whether or not the state is Republican or Democrat, but
he ain't gonna win either.
Trump won Wisconsin. So but he lost Milwaukee County. So what that means is you got to see a red out there. Well, he can't be aggressive in Westosha or Halitoshia, Wisconsin.
That's what I'm saying. So he needs to get in there first.
Well, I don't know. Once again, I don't know that he can be aggressive and win. I don't know that for the governor. The governor is a little bit more. The governor of the state, like the mayor, should be an ass kicker. I believe that. But I think a lot of times governors have to be a little bit more diplomatic because they deal with business on a national level, right? Like, so you can't really just be kicking the dough in. Yeah, motherfucker. I'm just saying. So you don't think he got a chance to win? Basically, is where our question is.
It depends on how he go about organizing these counties.
Okay. My point in saying that was that the Democrats were going to throw all their resources.
Man. I believe you can win anything if it's organized correctly. And that's just my thoughts about it.
But so, okay, and I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying I think they're putting him in a position where they want to they may throw a lot behind him. So Ably can damn sure influence the other rich people in southeastern Wisconsin. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's going to be like he's going to run and he won't get support from them. I think the Democrats are looking for something that's going to get people back on their side because they were disappointed. They thought last time we just going to roll out. Her name is Kamala. She must be. No, people saying she's not even black, bro. You're not voting for her. So I think they have to deal with a generation of smarter black voters. And I know Scott Epicet would disagree with that because he think we all idiots, and he tells me this all the time. This is Ian. He said they need to get off the Republican trailer park. Talking about the Democratic plantation. Mama Jenkins said David is great at what he's doing right now, and a lot of shit is lacking here right now. But we are talking about this city voters and the rural areas. Yeah, and most of Wisconsin is really rural. So it's like, you talking about some up north red. I've been up north. I don't know if y'all I ain't been to the Upper Peninsula, but I've been through northern Wisconsin before. It ain't all sweet. Like they say, it's some sundown towns through there. Yeah. So now Orlando, you are on the other side. Now, maybe you can get the Republicans to put something behind you and you can run for governor as a black Republican candidate.
Well, I think DC has a shot. I look at the side of where the Republicans are with the candidates that we have. I ran statewide, this whole state, and I saw a lot of support for a lot of conservative values. I'll tie this back again, and I'm going to reiterate this. I want DC to be able to go to red districts and campaign and be safe. I want the Republican candidate to run in blue districts in this state and be safe. Because in the end, let the people decide on where they want to vote.
That's fine, but I'm saying, do you think he has a chance to win or not? That's what I'm asking.
I think it's toss-up. I think we Republican side have to decide on what candidate we want to go with. Now, again, with this happening,
so can he win or not? Can DC win? Does he have a chance to win?
It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up.
Okay.
It's a toss-up.
Okay. And
I'm giving you the reasons why it's a toss-up with the prevailing winds. You have a Milwaukee County bus transit contract negotiation right now that has not been settled. You have an MPD contract that has not been settled. That's a stronghold of the Democratic,
that ain't got nothing to do with him.
The union. Hold on. You need that union vote to come out of Milwaukee.
That ain't got nothing to do with him, though.
Milwaukee County and Milwaukee, the city, has to come out strong for the Democratic candidate. If you have two, major unions in contract negotiations, that very well could damper the turnout. Given what happened today to Charlie Kirk, you are now having an energized side of the Republican side. That's all I'm saying.
So what you're saying is his track record here and what he's got going will turn the voters up there against him. They'll say, no, he's not even doing good in Milwaukee. So
now I'm not really saying that. I'm just looking at all the variables that are happening politically. I'm just giving you that as a strategy. That's all I'm saying.
He has nothing to do with the city of Milwaukee's police union and those negotiations.
But they're Democrats. Those unions are Democrat unions. Those are Democrat unions that either, if they don't like how their brotherhood is being treated, that means from SEIU, all the other unions, if they don't like what's happening to the bus drivers or the police, they're going to have nothing.
Who's the Republican union? Who's the Republican union?
You get more police officers in the rank and file who lean more Republican. I will give you that. Right. But any downtick from any Democrat police officer in that union, if they don't like they're not getting a contract, they're not going to vote for the Republican. They just may sit out.
But once again, like my brother said, the police are governed by the city, not the county. So he has nothing to do. He has no horse and no dog in that fight.
But you need every Democrat.
He's going to have the sheriffs on his side, and they'll sway the police.
It depends. It depends on if they believe their brotherhood is more important because they feel like the police are getting a raw deal. you might see a decrease. I'm not saying they're going to vote.
He's not.
And you're gonna have it.
Wait. Hold on, y'all. Time out.
So from a guy who ran an organization,
DC has nothing to do
Project
with the
New Deal.
negotiation between the Fire and Police Commission and the police union.
None.
DC has nothing to do with that. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're saying. They might look at it and say that Democratic. No, he has nothing to do with it. You got to leave him out of it. Let me get to the chat room.
Again,
let me get to the chat room.
If Chevy is not pushing to get this contract negotiated because it's going to arbitration right now, those again, I clearly
it's not his decision.
I'm a political guy. So,
it's not his decision. They have a union.
Kev, what I'm saying, you need the rank and file. You need those.
Let me read Mama Jenkins' comment. She said, I don't really think Lil Buddy will not be reelected to office. People are fed up with the bullshit. And older people vote. At this time, most people my age that's retired are sick and tired of this same old shit. So she's saying Chevy's not going to get reelected. Or she's hoping that he doesn't, I guess. Mama Jenkins said, I'm sorry.
Chevy endorsed Crosby today.
I know he did that, but that don't have nothing to do with. That doesn't have anything to do with the police. It's not going. Whatever Chevy got going on with the police union ain't going to affect DC. Because one runs the city and one runs the county. It's just that simple. Listen, Ian said Orlando. He says Orlando Owens gets credit for running. He didn't win, but it wasn't enough. But he said it wasn't because he isn't intelligent. They, in my opinion, were going to vote for the white guy. I voted for Orlando. Ajamu Butler said, heal the hood, checking in, what it do. He said, this is Ajamu saying, I see y'all going hard in conversation again today. It don't stop. It doesn't stop on Outlaw Radio, right? So they say, buckle up, man. Get you some libation to enjoy during the show. Now, I just want to get everybody's opinion on whether or not he had a chance to win, because that was the whole point of that conversation. And if you out there have an opinion on whether or not, I don't think he has a chance simply because the state is 86% white and northern Wisconsin is northern Wisconsin. Now, because of people, the president's approval rating is down. And the Democrats, if they're smart, they're going to figure out a way to stir some support. And if they're not, they're going to lose. But I feel like they're going to throw some stuff behind him and push him because he represents their party really well right now. And they need minority buy-in. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah. Orlando, I know when you ran and I was waiting and I seen and you taking the pictures, you going in da. And then at the very last minute, your own party put a white dude in there who nobody knew who he was, and he got elected. And I remember talking to you on the phone. I don't know if you remember this conversation. I said, damn, man, what happened? And you was kind of dusted and disgusted. Like, yo, that was some bullshit. Like, and it's like last minute, they just dropped him in there. But I was like, well, why didn't they push you? Why didn't they really I didn't see them really get behind you and give that push. So the difference would be that the Democrats are really going to push DC. That's what I think. Maybe they won't, but that's what I think.
So I'll give you my opinion. In my race, unfortunately, I didn't get it. You know, there's some things that I, had. I went through a bankruptcy. I went through foreclosure. Being the treasurer, at least on the title, you might say, well, wait a minute, this is. But if you know what the role is, you don't do that. But I get it. I'm not mad about it, right? I wasn't pleased with it, but it is what it is. But as a political strategist, I'm just saying, these are you're saying like the city doesn't connect with the county. I'm like, bro, this is all the same.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. What I said is DC doesn't have anything to do with the Milwaukee Police Department's negotiation with their union. He has nothing to do with it.
You would hope that since the city mayor endorsed the county executive, that the county executive would have some influence over the
That's
city
not
mayor.
how our government works.
It can settle.
That's not how Milwaukee and Milwaukee County operates. You know that. Come on. That's not, and everybody knows that that's not how this works. They know because he's going to get endorsements from plenty of people who are going through things that he has absolutely nothing to do with.
So conversations between the two city and the county leaders don't happen. Is that what you're saying, Kev?
DC cannot call the mayor and say, man, you need to do that for them police, and the mayor say, okay, DC, thanks. That's not how it works.
But what he can do is say, hey, man, I'm running. Y'all can we work together?
Listen, man, they don't even communicate like that.
Well, maybe he should be worried about,
union,
or maybe he's more
They
concerned with the
do that.
negotiations between the Milwaukee County sheriffs and the county, as opposed to putting his business in the police.
So we're going to say that they don't talk and talk, and says, can we get this together? Because again,
they don't talk.
Why would they say we? They don't work together at all.
Now I'm gonna
why would they say we? Let's get this together, Chevy. No, they don't talk like that.
So now I'm going to refer to someone I don't agree with. Your union man on the phone call, Dion. He's a union guy.
Dion?
He's a union guy.
I'm not a union guy. I don't believe in unions. But I will tell you. This. I work for a city entity now, but I wouldn't join the union if I did work for the city. But I'll tell you this: if I still work for the city, I'll tell you this: I can understand what Orlando's saying, but see, the thing is that the reason I say I can understand it because to a rural Wisconsin night, they can't decipher between if David Crowley is the county executive or he works for the city of Milwaukee. Only thing they know is he represents Milwaukee, and that's it. That's all. They not getting into the analytics of it. You know what I'm saying?
I bet you they do.
Like that. So, see, I don't think they will because that's the case they would have never voted for Trump.
I bet you they do, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're already talking about his track record and what he's done, and he's running on what he's done. So he's gonna say, as the county executive, I passed the biggest tax break in the history of the county. I reread his talking points. So they're gonna say, oh, he was a county executive, huh? Hey, Milwaukee is mayor and a county. It's a different nigger. No, not the short nigger. This is a dark nigger. No, man, they know, man.
So how does that play? How does that play with the bus drivers and the police? They're brotherhood, Kev.
No, but you keep saying like,
I don't agree.
No, you keep saying you're wrong.
I don't agree.
You don't have to. You don't know what you're talking about.
Drivers in Black River Falls.
They don't.
I don't agree.
They're not going to say he should call the mayor and tell him to get those police taken care of. That's not how our government works.
I don't agree.
Don't matter if you don't agree. You don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't matter if you don't agree.
What I'm going to say is, I'm not going to agree with what I'm going to say.
Ajamu was in the chat room. He said, hashtag Outlaw Nation, hashtag Outlaw Radio. This is Ajamu. I just want to add sauce to the conversation because if it's just me and him going back and forth, it's going to be a long night. He said it'll be.
Get Erica on the phone.
It'll be. I'm sure she's listening. I'm sure she's listening. Ajamu said it'll be hard to win Northern Wisco for sure. That's all thank you, my brother. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's a tough climb up there. I go up there fishing, they be looking at you like, hey, get your ass up out of here. Ajamu be like, he's saying, Kamar, I can't wait to slide back and get juiced up. Earl, plug, right? Orlando, this is Earl Henning. He said Orlando is a great man in his eyes. Earl said, White constant for Orlando, not going to happen. Ian says, thank you, Kevin Barnes. They did Orlando dirty. Fuck them dudes. They think he is a dancing bear. High-ranking Republicans told me he is a grifter. He wears cowboy hats and he insults them. Sheesh. Jeez Louise, like my boy Urban Legend RC says. Jeez Louise. Listen, I want to know something else too. What y'all think about the latest news from MPS that they are possibly facing a $100 million deficit?
Damn.
Again. And even the new superintendent is even
bring in the National Guard.
No more recess, right?
This is what I'm saying. You can say these things don't correlate, Kev, but I'm just saying, again, we just passed, and MPS just passed a referendum. Was it 2 years ago, a year ago?
Yeah, I know. We know that. And it was $252 million. And that's what I was about to say before you cut me off, is that the superintendent is saying there may be the need for another referendum similar to that one. Right now, we was on this show very vocal about the fact that this referendum, they were even asking for it because MPS has a $1.5 billion budget. And so, and when we signed that referendum and we passed it, they went to cutting immediately. And the purpose of it was supposedly not to have cuts. Well, then we go on and find out that there's so much misappropriated money. What my sister said, Kamar, she said it wasn't stolen. They just misplaced it. So somebody done lost $100 million check somewhere in the building. Like they need to shut down and just go through every couch and look under every cushion. I'm just saying Now, as a taxpayer, we have children. I like to get everybody's take on this. When they come with this next referendum, should we tell them no? Figure it out as voters. Kamar, what you think? We'll start with you and then we'll go around the table.
Say it again, repeat it again.
What do you think we should do if next year MPS comes to us and says, hey, we need another $200 referendum, $200 million referendum?
Man, what the fuck is the new lady doing?
She's setting it up so we can get another referendum. I mean, but listen.
that's my thing right there. Like, hold on, we got a new lady in here, and why the fuck are we asking for a lot more money? I thought she just cleared up a bunch of money.
Well, what happened was they earned some of their money back that they had lost because they didn't do their paperwork on time, right?
Right.
And I think there was some like $43 million that was missing. They got some of it back. Some of it they couldn't recoup. So there's a deficit because but this is all a result of them being late, egregiously late with their paperwork in the first place. So her thing is, I can get the ship right, but we need to get this bread right. Now, I don't know why if you have a $1.5 billion budget for a school
system, like we beating the same drum.
With a 50% truancy rate, why do you need $200 more million? I don't.
Hey, sound like we beating the same drum. Because before she came in, they was asking for more money.
More money.
She in there, now they asking for more money. We beating the same drum. Ain't shit changed.
Especially in a system where you're still giving raises. Like they're still giving people raises. She herself makes $200,000 plus a year. She make more than the mayor. So, I'm
fuck
saying,
running for mayor, nigga. You looking for the wrong job.
You better become a principal and get on your horse, baby. This is hold on. I'm gonna give Orlando a chance to speak, of course, because I ain't gonna do him like that because Ian is
Orlando been speaking.
I know, but I want people when somebody comes at the man and Ian is pow 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 busting at him. Yeah, so I want everybody to have equal opportunity. So he says Orlando Owens is a house nigga to these white Republicans. I have had respected white Republicans tell me he is a dancing bear, aka a house nigga. Aaron Brown says, I'm starting to think there's a special tech at Facebook playing with the signal. Damn. I don't know. Nobody else is complaining about the signal. It might be your phone. Can everybody hear me clearly? People out there, audio cleared, everything's dope on my end. So, I think it might be you this time, player. He said, this is Earl Henny saying, no more taxes. Go finish looking for the lost money. Well, they lost it. I don't know if they had it in cash or what. I don't.
Well, they lost.
They lost with Aisha Carr was on here. She said, "No, it's not. It's not stolen. It's just misplaced." We was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But I'm with Kamar that this seems like it's redundant because we just booted a superintendent out because he didn't have a clue. Now they said that they had brought in a consultant agency and they realized that the problem was that the office was understaffed and they had new people in there who really didn't know what they was doing. And they even said that the software that they used for accounting was outdated. And they fixed all of that. They went and hired a permanent superintendent, got rid of the interim superintendent. And her first message is, hey, y'all, I need to borrow some bread. And what are we getting for this with a 50% truancy rate? And what's the graduation rate in MPS? I dare not even. Somebody want to Google it. I don't know.
I just Googled it. Google Live.
Okay. And so some people saying they're getting cut off. It's not me, y'all. Mine is working fine, is what I'm saying on this end. Brenda says she's having issues. She said it cut off a few times for her. And Ian said he's been kicked out as well. Hey, that's not on our end. That's Facebook. Facebook is, hey man, big brother. Facebook they'll dump your shit. So Mark and them don't be playing. So anybody else got an opinion on MPS? Because like I said, if they're gonna come to us as voters and say, hey, we need X amount of dollars, I feel like we shouldn't give it to them.
I have an opinion. She said that she was open and she would meet with people and parents, and I ain't seen her meeting nobody. I say don't give her nothing. Give some of your money back. Give some of your money back if you really care.
Yeah, because she making a bank.
She getting paid. She's getting paid, yo.
Getting paid, little nigga, getting paid.
Yeah, she getting paid.
She getting paid like a Milwaukee Buck, right? She got a signing bonus, right? She got endorsements and shit. Yeah.
Her last name,
What's your question?
My question would be, what is she? Because what is she asking for that's not already? You know, what program, what initiative that she wants to add? My question is, what's not working? Could you remove that funding from what's not working and funnel it to what you want it to go to? Because we're taxed out already, and the price of living is going up. What else can you do? Again, I'm not trying to, connect the segments, Kevin, but again, this is you may not agree, but this is a reflection of the city and the county. Like, we can't get the five leaders together to figure out, like, how do we do policing? How do we do education? How do we do city government?
Hey, Orlando, listen to this. If you ever are talking to voters, right, the one thing you got to do is make sure that they are educated. And if they're not educated, you should educate them, because they should know that not only does Milwaukee County not run MPS, the city of Milwaukee doesn't run MPS. The school board runs MPS.
But they do get funds. The city does get funds to MPS, right?
The city doesn't have anything to do with MPS. The mayor does participate in a board that oversees the school board, but he doesn't make decisions. He's not involved in the decision-making process. He has no administrative pull on that. The money that they get is allocated to them however it comes, be it the city, the state, or whatever. The mayor can't affect it. He can't say give MPS a little bit more money. He has absolutely nothing to do with it. So any voter up north who's looking at DC Crowley shouldn't say to him, but Milwaukee Public Schools is horrible. It doesn't have shit to do with him. And I'm sure he will tell them.
So we do give from the county and the city. We don't give. There's no money from the county budget or the city budget that goes to MPS Day. Kev, is that what you're saying?
There's money from the property tax levy, which our mayor does not make the decision on how much MPS gets of it.
Okay.
The mayor has to get his budget. He has to get his budget approved by the Common Council. He don't just come out and say, y'all sign this shit.
So if you're saying no money from the city budget or the county budget goes toward MPS,
what I said is neither one of them run MPS or have any influence on the day-to-day decisions or operations. Neither the county or the city. But you can disagree, but it's just fact. The mayor has said himself. You know what MPS does? You know what they do? I heard you. But you know what they do? MPS is landlords. They are the landlords of those buildings. That's who owns those buildings, the city.
Yeah, I said I agree with you.
I heard you. I'm just saying, when you talk to voters, they can't blame DC for everything, every black politician. They might as well say, well, Chicago's fucked up. Why should we vote for you? Because he's black and you're all Democrats. So, hey, like, come on, man. Like, if they do that, they on some bullshit.
So can I address Ian's whatever?
Absolutely.
Whatever.
Go for yours.
I'll let Ian do whatever he wants to say. Again, Ian is a former Republican or whatever he called himself, a former conservative or whatever. But clearly, he don't want to, speak upon the things that, he benefits from. You want to say what I benefit. Ian, you benefit from a healthcare system because you guys and your wife provide healthcare services. Any changes in that directs your bottom line. So I get it, but at least disclose that. Like, you get money, your services support Medicaid, Medicare, whatever the case may be, and this continual, like, Orlando's a puppet, this, that, and the other. He can't decipher. Stop it, Ian. You're rocking with the side that pays your, if you want to accuse me of, he supports the side that pays his check. But Ian, then you are the same animal, if that's what you want to say. You support the side that's on your check. I'm just saying. I'm not, but I do believe in what I stand for. And if it means I lose a check, then I got to find another job. That's why, I got some skills and training. I got to find something else to do. For sure.
Okay. I want to move, unless somebody else has something to say about MPS. I can move it along because this is something that's very important as well.
When did MPS ask for some more money? I ain't heard about that.
Well, it's not official yet. What this is a result of the remarks that were made by the superintendent. She was giving an interview. I guess she was giving kind of like a state of things. And it's in the People's News Network. She said we are potentially facing a $100 million budget deficit still because of the lost funding. Because they've lost money because they didn't. What started this whole avalanche was them not having their paperwork into DPI, so the funds weren't released to them. So this affected their bottom line. So she's saying now, even though we passed this referendum, we are still just not recovering from this whole paperwork issue, and we're probably going to still need in upwards to $100 million, which will require another referendum to be basically put on the ballot. That's what it would require.
And they're gonna try to raise our taxes right now.
Well, that's just where and I think who said that? Somebody said that's on the show. Like we're already overtaxed. Like that's why I said when they were talking about DC said, well, I made the biggest tax cut in the history of the county, but you also participated in a historic tax increase. Everything from everything that used to cost $1 now costs $2. And they didn't give us a raise. Yeah. They didn't give us no more money on our checks. And I'm gonna say it, $200 million, which this ain't got nothing to do with DC. $200 million in the city of Milwaukee, 90% is allocated to pension plans. And then you come back and say, we need more police. We need some more money for police. Maybe, and they gave Fire and Police Commission 10% of the $200 million, which is still substantial, but maybe you should have gave a little bit more and less to the pension plans. Like so.
So did we get the police in the schools, Kev? Because that was part of the bill too for the tax increase percentage.
It was part of Act 12, and there was a battle back and forth in which they were saying that MPS had been held in contempt of court because they actually, came to legal blows about this.
They do got police in the schools.
Did they finally get them back in there? They finally got them in there?
Yeah, but it's like, how can I describe it? Like, I think it's like 12 or 6 police, and they got a group of schools within. Like, they be at Marshall, they be at this other school. I think they call them ROCs, resource
officers. Yeah, school resource officers. MPS need it. I'm sorry, MPS needs it. I know y'all don't know. Y'all don't like to know what y'all kids be doing when y'all ain't there. I'm trying to tell you, I used to teach.
Yeah,
they cut the fool. Yeah. They cut the fool when you ain't there. Kevin Barnes, he says, this is Ian's. He said, Kevin Barnes, stop you talking Saturn rings around a lot of people, bro. I'm just stating facts about how Orlando is viewed. I don't disagree with him being a sellout. You don't agree with him being a sellout. But wait a minute. Hold on, Ian. Hold on. We always talk about what you said on the show. You just literally said he was a house nigga. And to these white Republicans, and you spoken to white people who tell you they look at him like a house nigga. Now you saying you don't agree with him being a sellout. What? I'm confused. I mean, right? Anybody else?
That sounds like a fork tongue to me.
I mean, does anybody? Y'all let me know if I'm not clear, right? Like if you say,
that sounds funny to me.
I mean, you say, I like Orlando. I voted for him. I want, God bless him, and then you say, man, dude is a bug dancer. It's like telling somebody I love you, but fuck you. Like which one is it? Is it love or hate? Hold on, let me read his last comment, and then Dion, you can pop your shit. He says, I always state the reasons I don't support Republicans because I work with the developmentally disabled community. I care about them. I have people in the special needs community. I pay out of my pocket to work for cleaning my business, Elite Cleaning Services. He said, we put the E in clean. We put the E in clean. He said he is viewed as a house nigga, but I know they are racist. So, but you've said yourself on the show, I've heard you call him, we've all seen and heard you call him basically a sellout or a bug dancer or Uncle Tom, which is neither here nor there because Uncle Tom was actually the good guy. But go ahead, Dion. Go ahead. I'm just confused now. Go ahead, Dion.
Oh, yeah, I had you on mute. I was talking to the guy. Hold on, guy. Hold on, baby. Hey, what I was about to say, damn. Oh, yeah. Did you heard about Kamala Harris releasing her book? I think it's called 107 Days or something like that.
I have not.
I heard about it. Oh, okay. Well, that's probably gonna be for next week then, because we can't elaborate. Yeah. She was talking bad about Joe Biden and the Democrats, stuff like that. Well, we can wait for next week. But I know I just was looking at TikTok while I'm on my other phone, and boy, Black America is going in on Charlie Kirkland.
That's why I brought it up, Dion. That's why I was bringing it up.
I'm so proud to be an American. I love my black people. That's that karma. That's that karma.
What you don't believe in,
on the real.
By the way.
See,
what you don't believe in.
I can't go in too hard on them. Because I went in, I just said chickens coming home to roost, and the white people hunted me down, and I had to go change my settings on my Facebook page.
Oh, they didn't run you off again? They didn't run you off again? Goddamn it, Dion will get little on their ass, buddy.
You gonna change your name again, nigga?
Man, I had to lock it down. I said, if you ain't my friend, you can't make no
flames now.
Ain't no comment on my post.
Listen.
Hey, now guess what? I'm about to put my clothes on, and I'm about to go out here to one of these gas stations that y'all fear going to at night. So I'm hungry, and I ain't got nothing to eat but some cereal, and I'm starving. I'm gonna eat me some noodles, so I'm gonna y'all gonna stay on the phone with me. So if anything happens, Dion. Come on, Orlando, don't do that. Don't do that. Charlie Kirkland died. Trump went on national TV talking about if we flying the flag at half staff and all that. You should be mourning. You should be mourning one of your brethren is dead. And I don't think you should be on here talking to us. You should be mourning right now. You should be somewhere mourning and crying and asking God, why did he take such a good white man with blue eyes?
You sound like Uncle Ruckus. Sound like Ruckus. Everybody needs to bow down right now and mourn for this great white man. Sound like Uncle Ruckus.
You need to slow down with your fat ass because you got cholesterol. Fat motherfucker. You need to slow down so when you fast, it's gonna be like, oh, well, he's a fat fucker. And that's what he
look. See, I gotta be all that. I'm trying to honor you and your brethren. That's your brethren, and he's left this earth. You said you took pictures with him, you embraced him, you had a chance to be around great whiteness, and he's no longer here. I'm helping you out, and I gotta be called a fat fuck. That's not right, Orlando. That is not right.
Fat fuck, and whatever
Orlando, don't fat shame. Orlando, don't fat shame Dion, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't fat shame.
Well, I'll say this. Dion, be safe out there, because you did so much dirt in the street. Just be safe out there, Dion, because karma is a bitch.
Listen, this is important too, y'all. Listen, I got something else. Sean, this might be something, and Dion, you too. This might be something that I don't know if you all are up on this. First of all, Ian is saying he's still in the community. He said he changed his stance. He said you can't say you're a sellout, but if he's trying to help us find jobs, he's in the community working. He said he doesn't agree with your stances, but Orlando Owens is doing something at least. Now, Ian, I want you to make a note of your last comment, because the next time Orlando say something like, I don't see no racism there. They just call him the Klan. That's not even really their name. They're not racist. Don't jump back in and be like, just sell out ass nigga. I want you to keep that same energy and be like, but he's a great guy. But I wanted to see if y'all was up on this drop your flag challenge. And so
drop your flag. What is that?
I'm about to tell you. This is I don't know if he's a rapper or whatever. He's a banger from New York. His name is Hocus something. Hocus 450. I don't know. But he came out, and I guess he's been representing a Crip or a Blood in New York since 2000, and he was saying, I want to start a challenge called the Drop Your Flag Challenge. because I want us to stop gangbanging. I want gangbanging to come to an end. So as a gangbanger, I'm officially dropping my flag. And he talked about this is more about the babies and the future of our community, because we are basically killing each other off through this gangbang thing, right? And Adam 22, who's a blogger, who's a podcast, not a blogger, but like one of the biggest podcasters, came out and made a video he was making fun of him, and he was basically saying, since the homies caught me playing with my booty, I'm gonna stop gangbanging and all this kind of. He made a joke of it, right? He made a mockery of it.
Oh, him, yeah.
And so Sheik Luch from the Locks, if you know about the Locks, he came out and says, "Yo, like this ain't even funny. This is something that's serious. This is something that should really be promoted. This is not a joke. You need to shut your mouth, especially since you have a show in which you do nothing but bring gang members in. They get indicted, they get hurt, so you need to keep your mouth out of our business. Of course, you know, Whack 100 comes out. This is Sheik Luch. Shut your ass up. You don't know what you're talking about. Leave Adam alone. I just want to go back to the whole drop your flag challenge. I think it should be, I think that's a good thing to say to brothers, hey, let's start to like dead the gang banging. I do understand it from a West Coast perspective. Shout out to Zeladon, who's explained to me it's not just as simple as dropping your flag in LA, because you have two neighborhoods that may have been warring for the better part of 50 years. So it's like, yo, that dude killed my cousin. They killed my best friend. There is no drop your flag, because it's more.
I was just going to say the politics is different. You know what I mean? From New York versus somewhere else. Because you know what I mean? Gang cultures, a lot of them spread across the country. So where they rooted at is they banging for more serious reasons. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just banging because the motherfucker said, hey, we don't like them niggas. Right. It's easy to drop your flag then, you know what I'm saying? But shit, they like generations in on that shit. In LA, it's a bit different. I mean, I would rather. I feel like he would have a better chance trying to push peace. Just push peace. Tell a motherfucker to drop your flag. How you gonna tell a motherfucker to stop their allegiance to some shit that done saved their lives numerous times? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that, man. We just gonna push peace. Tell motherfuckers quit killing each other.
Right. But for the kids that are coming up, to even hear the message, drop your flag, can be positive. If we understand, like you take something like the Rolling 60s and the A-Trade Gangsters, who had a feud that went 40, 50 years, right? And they could trace it back to the murder that started it in 1978, right? And it took 40 years. It was two neighborhoods just going back and forth at each other. So like you said, it'd be hard to step out there and say, man, y'all stop that shit. Like, dude, what is you talking about?
Who is you?
Right. Like, this dude done killed 7 of my homeboys. Like, you know.
And then this nigga, he's a nobody. You know what I mean? In their mind out there, he's a nobody. Well, all the rest of the country, he's a nobody. Don't nobody know him.
So you have to talk more truth.
Just as he say, drop your flag, man, get out of here.
So it's more like saying he should be saying, let's get a truce over there and drop your flag over here.
Or you know what I mean? But just push for a truce.
Okay. Now, Sean, you wanted to jump in here. Hold on, Sean. Sean was trying to get in here. Sean, what did you have to say?
It is hard, right? It is hard if you not ready to change your life completely. You know what I mean? You got to walk away from friends. You got to walk away from a lifestyle. You got to walk away from that environment. And it's not easy, man. We was at war for 30 years, you know, and lost a lot of friends, a lot of on both sides, right? And for some people, it's a protection thing. You know, hey, it's all like that. Saturday, I told everybody I was done. I dropped my flag. I'm really done. Don't call me that no more, right? But that was a hard decision to make. It was that was my lifestyle for what I'm 58 for 40, 45, 46 years.
But I think the whole thing is so even what you saying, you may personally feel convicted to say, I'm done with this shit, right? But the politics of those around you, because it may be some of the brothers who depend on you to keep shit moving. Like you might occupy an important position and they're gonna say, what you mean? You done now. And you might have even brought some of them into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're like, oh, now you done? Motherfucker, you finna. And then the other side, if it's really beef, they're not gonna say he don't bang no more, y'all. If they catch you, you still can get your ass.
They can still knock me off.
Right. So that's why we say it's hard. It's harder. It's an ideology. I thought it was more of a concept of, hey, drop your flag, meaning let's just stop gang for the youngsters. Stop banging. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
walk away.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was that. Go ahead, Sean. I'm listening. I think my phone is merging, y'all. Who is this? Ian? Uh-oh. Hello? Do I have anybody left on the line? I think we overflowed the line, y'all. I think we overflowed it because it'll do this. Let's see if we'll get the phone back on. Ian is saying he said, I hope he don't be on that silly shit. He said, I just can't understand the Trump support. Fuck Adam 22. It was Styles P. Y'all can call back. I had to clear the line because my phone froze. He said, I'm easing up on Orlando's partly because, let me get this. He's easing up Orlando partly because of you and Kamar. He said, I needed to chill. I needed to chill. He said he is in the community working with us. I don't agree with his stance, but he says, turn your device down, whoever this is. He said, I don't agree with his stance. He said, but after Charlie Kirk got killed, that could have been anybody with a different opinion. I don't like the fact that he was a racist, but I don't want to see nobody die. So I got some people back in. Ian, are you on the line?
You know I'm on the line, my nigga. What up?
I'm chilling. You had me confused because you didn't tell us you changed.
That's why I had to call. No, and that's why I called in, brother. Like, one of the reasons I chilled out is because of you and that nigga Kamar. Y'all made a good point. This was like a month ago. Remember? Well, I mean, niggas go in on Orlando all the time, but niggas was really going in on them that night. And I even was like, damn, they going in on this nigga. But I'm just like, it'd be one thing if the nigga didn't do shit and he talk shit. Whatever. We don't agree with his opinions. Yeah, we think it's some bullshit or whatever. But the dude is in the community doing shit. Now, do I agree with his work with Ron Johnson, considering what the Republican Party is today? Hell no. Fuck that shit. But at the same time, dude, if let's just say hypothetically, whatever, I would have saw some shit on, Facebook and Orlando got killed or something, I'd feel bad, regardless if I, agree with his opinions or not. And the reason why I kind of chilled out is because of you and Kamar. You even said that once when we was talking. I'm like, man, let me lay off because I know I can go in on the motherfucker. But dude, he got a family, he got a wife, he got kids. But that don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is wrong. I shouldn't have been on that point anyway. That shit was wrong.
Now, but remember this. Said, though, remember this.
That's
now,
why
Ian,
I chilled out, though, bro.
Remember, Ian. Now, Orlando gonna say some wild shit in a minute again, like tonight when he said,
"Oh yeah, I ain't gonna be mad at him over it. He just got to respond. He a grown man. I'm just telling you. I'm just going back to how I felt.
I've never seen that before. What's a racist white person? And when he say shit like that, people coming at him.
But part of it is, and I used to really talk to more motherfuckers in the Republican Party. I ain't gonna say the dude name. But Orlando knows when I say that motherfucker say he was a dancing bear. He knows that I'm not making that up. It's like two high-ranking politicians that said that. They do view him as a house nigga. I don't necessarily agree with that because I know he do be trying to help people in the community. And I know that party is racist. It's even more prevalent now. One of the reasons I still am mad at him because, like, damn, my nigga, get out of that shit. They don't respect you. They think you a fucking house nigga and you a piece of shit. But they use you because they want to try to get a certain demographic to vote for the party. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Kev, you can blame me for changing. Excuse me, you can blame you for changing my stats.
Right. Why not?
And
listen, there's a golden theory out here. when some shit is fucked up, why not blame Kev? Like that's what I would do. Like it's Kev's goddamn fault. Like,
Kev, I'm always gonna do it. I'm always gonna blame you. I'm gonna blame Kumar now.
As you should. As you should. As you should, my brother.
Man, I love y'all, man. I'm gonna listen to the rest of it. I'll talk to y'all later.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. I got some more people. The line is full. You got dropped off, Sean, because I had to clear the line. So, you know, I can only listen. If I got all, and I appreciate the action, y'all.
What was Orlando saying about me, though?
He didn't say nothing about you. He didn't say nothing about
you.
Yeah,
he said something.
Well, I think he's on the line.
Before I got dropped.
Orlando, did you reference
what you asked me, Orlando?
What I said was this, Sean. When we talk about, like, you know, having, you know, patrol and having, you know, security, you was on the live a couple of days ago, and you didn't like what you saw around your house. He's like,
and I went to confront it, didn't I?
You did. I don't like this. What's wrong? I'm gonna get out.
You know why? Because my family in here, other families in here. I'm a man that say I protect my community. If I see something that I don't like, that I think is unnatural, that's strange. Me myself, the way I play it, I'm gonna go and address that. I'm gonna go see what's going on. I'm gonna go and ask questions, right? If you're looking for me, like I say all the time, you can get that conversation. I'm not ducking nothing, and I ain't letting nothing. Yeah, I ain't getting crept on.
So, and my response was this, like, bro, so you don't want more patrol, but you want to, you know, put your family up because you walk your dog. Like, what's going on? My
I didn't put my family up. I put my dogs up and came back outside to patrol my community. I'm going to walk through. I ain't got to call the police because I got suspicions, because I see something suspicious. As a man, I'm going to go find out what it is.
I'll call the police.
That's how I feel I should do.
I'm going to call the police on their ass. Come get them.
There wasn't no reason for me to call the police, though. I didn't see no danger. You know that I need
you had to do some danger.
What you looking for, man?
You walked the whole block. He had to do some danger that concerns you. Like, this is weird.
I seen him come through an alley that he couldn't get through. Then he came back around, hit the street, and parked. Right now, remember, I come from a 30-year war, stuff like that. That's gonna make me okay. Hold on, let me see what's going on. I ain't gonna let everybody run up on me. Why am I gonna run in the building? They may be able to come in the building and shoot a bunch of people.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? Go in there, call the police that I know ain't gonna come for another hour because I ain't seen no gun. So they not coming. I'm gonna sit up in there, be scared, not sure what's going on, not tell nobody, or am I gonna go and see what's happening?
Or you could just look out the window. You could just look out the window like Malcolm with your strap, because you can't do nothing to him if you outside anyways. And if it's more than one and they bust you down, then they going in the house and everybody in there is gonna be helpless. So you be better.
You know, I ain't busting something down first though.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't know you was Arnold Schwarzenegger. I thought, you know, I didn't know you was a trained Green Beret Navy SEAL.
And my push was only like, you said you don't want no other people patrolling the block.
Faith over fear, bro. Faith over fear. You talk about you believe in Jesus, that you follow Jesus. Faith over fear.
Yeah,
faith over fear. All the other stuff don't mean nothing.
Squad
faith
car.
Over fear, man.
Sometimes Jesus come with them police.
So how do we link this back? How do we link this back down to, you know, Charlie Kirk when we say, well, he got what he deserved. If Sean got in the street, you got what you deserved.
Like I said, I know that there's no expiration date on drama.
Okay.
I do.
Do you consider yourself drama?
Live my life how I live my life, man. I'm not gonna be afraid of these streets. I'm just not, bro. I'm not. I've been in this for over 40 years, and if it's my time, man, that means God is taking His hands off me. I'm prepared.
Go ahead.
Hey, I understand what Sean's saying.
Hold on, Orlando. We gotta let Kamar jump in here.
I was gonna say I understand what Sean's saying. Ain't no time limit. Ain't no time limit on with drama. If you got if somebody got a problem with you, you don't know how long somebody gonna hold something against you. Like the brother y'all was talking about. Like, okay, he probably said something somewhere, and that could have been 20 years ago. He could have said something, and the motherfucker's still mad and come back for him. So ain't no time limit. Like we was talking about karma. And I said earlier also, you don't know when karma coming back. We don't know. We ain't the judge of that. It ain't ours. You know what I mean? Karma ain't our responsibility. What's going to happen to you going to happen. And it always stems from a decision you made somewhere.
I mean, okay. He's not wrong. I don't think either side is wrong. I did just look at this, like this started from the drop your flag challenge. That's where it started at. Yeah. I love how we get so far away from the question sometimes and go to talk about. So you gotta understand, my mama, man, she was a bad motherfucker. It's like, dog, I asked you about busing. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. School buses, nigga. How do we get on your mama?
KB, it does go back to it because my choice to drop my flag don't mean I dropped my choice to be a man all the time. Right? Okay. I went just like I was a man in the streets. I'm still a man because I dropped my flag. That don't mean, I'm less of a man or I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing. I changed my behavior. I changed my thought pattern, right? I changed all that.
Who said it? Who said it would make you? I've
always been.
Nobody said it would make. I thought I was saying it was a good thing. I entirely believe because you choose to stop doing bullshit, it don't matter. It doesn't compromise your masculinity. Nobody ever said that.
What I'm saying is, I played in the streets with no fear, right? I'm going to live this citizen's life with no fear as well.
Right, we got that point.
I enjoyed life while I was in the streets. I'm going to enjoy life living as a citizen, man.
We understand that point.
So can I just jump in right here? So, not trying to, karma, whatever. So, if Charlie Kirk said, I'm going to live by what I say. And, and although crazy people do things that are crazy, are we all subject to the point of, and I think Outlaw family has shown, like, we believe in what we say, man. If my day is tomorrow, we believe what we said, and it is what it is. I guess
today was his day.
He could have got shot and survived, like the president did. Remember when they shot him in his ear?
Yeah.
That bullshit. Look, Earl Henning is in the chat room. He says, Kevin, you are welcome for us black people seeing the real. You giving me too much credit, but thank you for the compliment. And if people are listening to the show and they say Kev's phone is fucking up or any of his equipment is fucking up, there's a Cash App at the bottom of the screen. Please feel free to donate, and I promise you I will upgrade my equipment as it goes. So if you ever have any ideas,
I got something coming. I got something coming for you, Kev.
That will, like they say in Mississippi. Come on,
it may not be a whole lot, but it may help be a whole lot, but I'm gonna do something. I'm definitely.
A great man once said in the church, "We love the kind that fold, but we sure enough appreciate the kind that jingle too. So don't worry about how much, just give it forward." Listen, this is Ian. He said, "No expiration date drama. That shit's so real. My brother and sister got killed on that shit." He said, "My cousin is in jail because he saw the family member of the dude that killed my sister." And he said, "Get Zelle, nigga. I got enough. I got Cash App, bro. I don't even know what Zelle is. I got PayPal and I got Cash App. I'm not eager to add no new shit, especially when I don't know what it is. Maybe I have to research Zelle. Hell, put some cash in an envelope and send it to my address. That's the new Zelle. But look, I'm fucking around. I did bring Dion back. Dion, I want to give you a chance to speak on this drop your flag thing before I move to one of our last topics to close the show, because we do have some time left. So Dion, what's on your mind? I guess Dion ain't with us. So somebody must have hung up. All right. So listen. Kamar, did you see the footage of Charleston White? and I know I talk about him a lot. I know I do, but this dude's antics are unparalleled. He went to Tougaloo College in Mississippi, which is a black college, and I don't know. I don't know why they keep bringing him to speak. Whatever. But these young black kids start questioning him about all the things, because you remember all the times I've said he says the most crazy things about black people, right? And you was like, well, it's partially a character, which I say I get it. I've heard him say I created this character, but lately it's more of the character than it is him. And he's supposed, now this is one of his engagements where he's at a college speaking to young black kids. You're not supposed to be in that character during that point, are you? You're supposed to be Charleston right there, right?
Well, I mean, I would be my real self, but you know what I mean? He may be trying to get some money in that moment too.
He was already
paid. I ain't saying get some money in that moment. I'm saying say some shit that's gonna make him get some money in the future. Okay. Like saying some viral shit. But no, I don't think that's the right time. You know what I mean?
Did you watch the video?
No, I didn't see it. I hadn't even heard of it.
It's beautiful.
Hey, look, Kev, I told you, he don't even come across my algorithm too much no more.
They ran his ass up out of there.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I'm gonna look for it though. I'm sure it's funny.
And I don't think it wasn't like we finna beat your ass. It was like them just coming at him like, dude, how could you, like, why would you come to a black college if you don't like black people? Because he's telling them, fuck black people, fuck my people. I don't give a fuck about black people. And they're like, well, why would you come to here? And they just overwhelm him to the point where he's like, and I ain't never seen him retreat. Maybe it's because his kids, but to his truck door, he got in his truck like, I ain't for this shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck black people. Fuck black kids. And he got in his truck and left. And I'm like, when are we going to cancel this clown, man? When are we going to cancel this clown? I'm with you in that. Kamar, and maybe because I talk about it, and sometimes I click on an occasional video. He does show up on my timeline. He does show up on mine.
You know these computers and phones and shit hear you talking.
Yes. Yes.
You say Charleston White, you open your phone up, a Charleston White video might
right
be
there in your face. But this was big though. This was big on the nets because there was actual news cameras and shit there.
Yeah, it may come across my feed still.
If you in the People's News Network, it's on there. I put it in there. I thought it was hilarious. Yep. Now Orlando, you called back. I don't know if Sean called back. I can't see who's actually on the line. Well, that's just Orlando. But I thought some of the stuff I've heard him say. Once again, I get the character, I get it, and you kind of open my eyes to that because I say, well, okay, he's getting his money, he's created this persona, but usually when somebody creates a persona, like it doesn't. I guess maybe it does happen this way. Eventually, they become overwhelmed by that persona. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's as big as it is, it just like I don't know if he can really find who he is himself. And like somebody put out some video of him talking to one of his homeboys bragging about raping white women when they was growing up. Like he's on the phone and he said, yeah, I used to rape white women. We love raping white women. I told my mama I love to rape white. Like he goes into this.
Hey, he did an interview and he was saying that shit on the interview too.
Right. But this is a phone call between him and his partner.
Right. Hey, look, I'm just saying he was saying that same shit on the interview.
When he said the Asian babies,
they talked about it and he mentioned it.
That's when he said he wanted the Asian babies dead and all that. I know what interview you're talking about. I know it, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? So why would he even be brought to Tougaloo College if he's on record as saying he endorses the raping of women? Who made this decision? Maybe they need to be canceled.
They approach it from the standpoint of he's a comedian who gives commentary. And, comedians give, flamboyant or, controversial positions for a laugh, but also maybe slide in their, personal. This is a new cast. As far as you have artists who always, I came here to sing, but I'm going to give you 15 minutes of me ranting on what I believe politically.
Have you heard? I'm going to ask you this before you even elaborate. Have you ever heard some of the stuff he said about black people?
I follow him, so I see a lot of his
So my question in turn would be, if you are an entertainer or a comedian, like you said, and your main joke is how much you don't like black people, why would you bring him to a black college? Whoever made this decision is the idiot. If you say, well, he's just a comedian, he gives commentary, but his commentary is he loves to rape women and he don't like black people. What makes me say that's who I want to speak to my kids right there?
Because I think it's comedic, and we have brought on plenty comedians who talk about women all the time on black campuses. Who we like, yeah, he's funny, or we bring on or artists who have sexual content that talk about.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
How is that
because
the same?
I'm about to tell you, because when Nelly did Tip Drill, I don't know if y'all remember this, he did Tip Drill. Remember when he slid the credit card down the girl booty crack? And he went to those black colleges, anywhere he was booked, canceled his booking and said, this dude is anti-black woman. They got together on it. Nelly lost shows behind it. There's been plenty of cases where somebody is a speaker on a circuit collegiately and they say the wrong thing and all of those bookings are canceled. So you can't say, well, yeah, let's just bring him in. It's funny when he says black women is dumbass bitches and they ain't worth leading shit. And when he jokes about George Floyd and when he talks about raping babies and raping women, where the fuck or when the fuck did this become comedy? Well, especially to bring to our young collegiate. These are the brightest of the bright.
Well, we just saw today somebody who took political, freedoms as far as their speech to say, I want to do something about it. Charleston White, Kev, you have to be. You may not say it, loud or proud, but you have to believe in freedom of speech, bro. Especially on the college
what
campus.
you're doing right now is you comparing apples and oranges. Because once again, I didn't say he didn't have the right to say what he says. I said, why would the college bring him in as a speaker if he said he doesn't like black people and he said he doesn't like black women? Why would a black college? They're not saying you don't got the right to say it, but they can say you can't say that shit here. Why would we pay you to come in and do that? That's what I said. It didn't have anything to do with taking away his right to freedom of speech. Never said that.
I guess I would have to look at the conversation, how it developed. Did it morph into something away from the main topic? I got to look at the content.
Yeah, because one thing I've learned about you is if it's anything racist, you're going to take time to see because you want to make an excuse for it instead of calling it what it is. And the fact that you say, like, you basically tried to just say, I was saying take away his right to speak. I never said that. I said this. It's like I got a church and I'm going to hire somebody to come in and talk to my church about porn and sex and get real graphic into it and say, yeah, how many of y'all in here like to suck dick and all this? Why would I do that? There's time and place. There's a right time and a right place for everything. And this is not the time for him to come in and tell these young black kids how fortunately, they called him on it. That was my point too. Shout out to them kids for calling him on it. Because they could have been young groupies and be like, oh, Charleston White, he lit. No, they went at his ass. To the point where he got the fuck up out of there.
Hey, maybe they brought him there to do that.
Maybe.
To get at his ass. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's something that's been going on their campus. Like, they've been having these talks and, like, everybody, like, well, maybe we could get him here somehow. And they figured it out and handed it to him.
And it didn't look like they was going to beat him up, Kamar.
Right. That's what I said. That's what I said. They probably just wanted to holler at him.
Okay. Well, mission accomplished.
I can't think of no other reason a black college would want him to come speak and talk about that type of stuff. Now, I could see if they had him come and sign the contract and say, well, look, we doing an interview on the political stuff that you stand on in your town or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna hire him, I would guess it would have to be something specific. Like, we don't want the character Charleston White. We want the real Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you will have to know that it's gonna be some bullshit coming.
You should.
Or I say this: Charleston White is a commentator. and he'll free flow on what he goes. They knew that this he's not a new commodity, Kev. Like, we don't know what he's going to say. He has tons of content out here to say. He may go left, he may go right, or he may stick it down the middle.
Which is all the more reason not to bring him. And as far as you go, you just sat here tonight and told me that Kirk wasn't a racist. So I don't expect you to even understand this conversation at all. I think because we don't have the same sensibilities. We don't have the same sensibilities when it comes to me translating racist. Like, you basically sat on the show tonight and struggled to even say that that there were racist white people. Like, we had to drill that out of you.
I don't struggle with the idea of evil, Kev. Racism falls in evil.
Right. Well, but you saying evil. You still ain't saying racism. You're saying evil. You're not that slick. You're still saying evil. You're trying to substitute the word. My point was that you don't speak to racism. We know that's not your forte. That's not something you're going to stand on, is to speak against racism.
Can I say this, Kev? I appreciate at least the space to say I despise all of the isms, Kev. Like you gave, I don't want to bring Kamar in it, but you gave Kamar space. Say, well, I don't agree with karma, but I give you the space. Kev, I don't agree with racism because I believe
you said that. I've given you the space too. You've said that a million times, so I've given you the space too. You said it.
But I put in the bucket of sin, Kev. Don't say I don't recognize racism.
You don't. You won't even call it for what it is.
That's not true.
You won't even. It is. You did it. You've done it on the show. You've done it. I'm not the only person who listen. Ask anybody. They all heard. Well, you're wrong. Well, you said it. We're wrong. We're wrong because you said it. You said it. This comes from you. We're not making anything up on you. I'm done with this. I'm about to cut the show off anyway. So listen, I named the show Culture Shock tonight. I named the show Culture Shock because I heard something very, very pivotal. And I thought this was a dope fact to close the show with. There was a list recently that talked about the most influential cultures in this country. Now, this goes directly against this accusation from Tethers, Native Africans. And I heard he wasn't young. It was a Native African. I don't know who this brother was. I don't know where they got this content from, but he was, maybe it was Amanda Seals when she was doing that argument at 20 on 1. And he was saying the black people in America have no culture. And he basically was demeaning black Americans because we're not Native Africans. He said they have no culture. They have no beliefs. They have no structure. He's just talking about what we don't have. But then this list came out and it talked about, when we look at America, who are the most influential cultures in this country? And there were Asian people. They named off reasons why Asian people were, their cultural influence is heavy in America. Of course, Latino people. And it's like a top 5, and they go all the way down to number 1. And the number 1 most influential culture in this country is black culture. And they broke it down. I'm going to get this list. I'm going to put it up. They broke it down in terms of, what do black people in this country actually influence? Well, we influence everything. Fashion, food, music, art, science, technology. There's no single thing in this country that has not been innovated or influenced by black people, foundational black Americans. One of the clips of Trump naming off how great America is because we invented all these things. Everything Trump named was invented by a black person. From the internet down to refrigerated trucks and like all this kind of stuff. He said America is the greatest. We created it. So if you believe in making America great again, and you're going to talk about America's great because we invented all these things, then that means the black people in America should be given more credo and more credit and more. They should be given more support. But instead, we have a white nationalist president who is, as we know, whether or not you are intelligent enough to see it, is anti-people of color. Let's be honest. Trump is a racist. Okay, he's a narcissistic, white nationalist, old, white, racist, bigot, rich man. But my point was that when we talk about what America is and who really built this country and who really are the most true Americans, It is foundational Black Americans. You cannot name it. First of all, just through our free labor, the infrastructure of this country, most of it, except for maybe the railroads and you know how influential Asians were in that, but everything else is us. So why is it that we are treated second class? Why is it that we are overlooked? Why is it that we don't even appreciate our own greatness? Come on, we don't even give ourselves credit for what we have truly done in this country. So when I say foundational Black American, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who really built this country. I'm talking about the people. Have you ever noticed how much hip hop slang has infiltrated mainstream everyday conversations amongst white people? You'll hear a white person throw some slang in there. You say, God damn, that's some hip hop shit, right?
Right.
So the fact that we have a MAGA president that is Make America Great Again, and he got all these old racist white people just invigorated, the Karens, all this kind of stuff is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. So when I said culture shock, I said that because I think, and I should have talked about this in the beginning of the show. I don't think people really understand how influential we are in this country. Even the shit we do wrong becomes a phenomena, right? Right now, you got successful television series and people becoming celebrities retelling the stories of how we engaged in self-genocide, BMF, Power, and all these shows. People say, "Oh, that's the next wave." That's us killing ourselves. Everything we do is influential. So when I tell other Black people I'm a foundational Black American, I am in fact American. My racial identity was created by this country. And it's not just because they gave it to us, it's because we earned it. So I think it's wonderful that people are giving us credit for saying there's no other culture in this country that's more influential than Black culture. If you think so, you are playing with yourself. You know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing with culture shock. And you probably already knew this about our culture and how influential it is, but I just thought to hear it said out loud it made me feel good. Like, damn, at least somebody know. At least they finally giving us the goddamn credit we deserve, right? They fed us scraps at one point. We couldn't even eat the regular shit that they ate. They fed us scraps. We turned it into delicacies. They now call it soul food, and it's prized. It's a whole soul food industry right now. That's how influential we are. we literally take lemons and make lemonade, man. So it's always good to beat up on us and talk shit about our ills and what's wrong with us. But I want to end tonight on giving us credit and saying we some bad people, man. Our potential is limitless if we could just get it together. If we could just get it together. Ian, I see you. He said he sent a donation. I appreciate you. He said he will next week. Hey, man, I like that. Shout out to you, Ian. Hey, man, I'm going to get you a T-shirt in the mail or something, hoodie or something that you can wear out there. He said support Black people, period. Absolutely. He said, I have taught my 3 children about the inventions that Black people have created. My daughter wanted to come on the show tonight, but I had to stop her. Kevin, she was on one about Charlie Kirk, and I will talk to you off air about some of the stuff she said. She is pro-Black to a point where she has to be taught how to articulate without sounding super angry. But I'm going to have her call in on Monday if she's free because you are going to be entertained on her views. Well, I don't see what she could have said that was worse than anything that was said here. It is Outlaw Radio. It's unbossed and unbothered. Pretty much people say whatever it is that they want. Let me see. I got you, Ian. I got you. Orlando's still on the line. Orlando, as usual, man, I'm glad you came through. Shout out to you. There's one thing I'll give you credit for is you don't run from the funk, right? And so you ain't running from the fight, you run into the fight. So I can always appreciate that, my brother. You know how we get down. We go back and forth. It is what it is, but it's mutual respect because we are both Black men at the end of the day. And I know E-Walk is in Arizona saying, Care, that's that bullshit. But that's just how I see it. Mr. Carter, I know you have some OG shit for us tonight to close the show. Please pop your collar.
Let's do it. Real OGs know your ego is sabotaging your success, playboy. Let me say that different. You can't teach a motherfucker shit that think they know everything. Stop me when I'm lying.
Real OG shit, man. I will see y'all next Monday. Y'all, please be safe. Keep your head on the swivel. Shout out to everybody in the Outlaw family, and I thank y'all for y'all support. Please share the show. I see you when I see you. Peace out.
Peace.